care if you've been trying to get Kiki to ghost ride the whip with you all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times. I'm your host, Cthulhu's about to come to you live and direct from the drone. Smoke me out, fam, with that dang shit on my left. Old ninja in the world. Old ninja.
Some of y'all probably forgot that them Queen of Spades is still out there.
That truth, though. On my far right, engineering on the 1 2, choke people out of the sports Krotos.
R.I.P. Infinity Base.
Last one. And last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
I think I got the San Diego Comic-Con flu.
We're going in. Man, we are going to be going deep inside some Comic-Con stuff today.
Queen of Spades.
It's going to be great. This is going to be a big, fun-ass cast. No Stitch. I think he's trying to save a city or two.
He's leveling up.
Leveling up on the city saving.
Leveling up.
He's got gear repair.
Eh?
All right. Who we got?
Sure.
Do we got anybody in the base?
Oh, yeah, give me 1 second. Sorry, I was reading something.
Oh, sorry.
What? Oh, what?
What's Khalifa? What's going on? Good to see you, man. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
And our listener of the week would be the animator. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
Hell
Really?
yeah.
The animator.
That's a new one.
We got some listeners. No, he's not. He's been on there a couple times.
Oh, okay.
We have listeners in Nepal. That's new.
Viva Nepal.
That's
Even
a new
Nepal.
city. Or a new country. Shit,
Yeah.
new city.
My dear brother Noopsy. That's good shit. We gotta die. Oh, I'm sorry. Do we have any pouring out of malt beverages of any sort?
So we're gonna do a little spill of some bubbly for Demi Lovato, even though she did not
She's
pass.
alive, bruh.
She did not pass, but she was hospitalized for drug overdose,
Heron.
heroin or possibly meth. Still unclear, but we wish her well, and we are thankful that she's still with us among the living.
Is it Demi Lovato or who? There's a girl that's a pop singer that does jujitsu. I think that's her, isn't it?
Yeah, she does it.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
kind of
she does
crazy. She's got a blue belt.
Yeah. She's like big into it too.
Yeah. She wants to get a black
big into
belt.
her drugs too.
Yeah, you're not going to get your black belt if you're on a whole bunch of drugs.
Heron is not your friend.
Yeah.
Well, no, because
you could do cannabis. A lot of people I know that do cannabis and roll. So
she's a recovering addict. So
yeah.
she was sober for a good maybe 6 or 7 years and relapsed. And like people kind of saw it coming because she like the last few weeks or so she's been struggling with it. So yeah, unfortunately it kind of caught up with her. But they're saying that because she doesn't know what she had, so they're saying that maybe because she
took a concoction.
Well, no, they were saying that there was a house party and somebody probably gave her something and she didn't know what it was.
Was
And
Bill
that could've
Cosby
done
there?
it. Maybe. No, he's in jail, isn't he?
I'm sorry.
No, he's still out.
I'm sorry. This is no shade to her. I'm glad she's still alive. But you got to know what the fuck you taking. I mean,
When you're at a party,
Come on now.
shit be flowing.
hold on.
People just give
In
you
heroin
shit.
where you inject? Am I
hold
tripping?
on. You are Demi Lovato. You shouldn't be taking shit from strangers. Like you should know what the fuck you're saying.
That's true too.
And isn't it an injectable, right?
Yeah,
Don't
but
you-
yeah, mainly, yeah.
I mean, you still shooting up. What the fuck you think it is? Come on. I'm sorry. I'm not letting that excuse
Could be
slide.
talcum powder, man.
Well, it's not her that said it. That's like the news media saying that
Yeah.
shit. So I mean, she just barely woke up.
Look,
well,
she-
she woke up like I didn't know who did it.
Here's the thing. Let's cut the bullshit. She has a drug problem. At the end of the day, you know what I mean. She has a drug addiction problem. I hope she gets well and all that stuff. I'm glad she didn't die. You know, I don't want anybody to die or whatever. But she got a serious drug problem. She needs to get some fucking help.
I mean,
Fortunately, she has the money and resources to do so if she wants to.
No, she's had help. It's just that she relapsed.
Yeah. I
So
get
she's tried hard to kick this habit, but sometimes them demons come back.
There it is.
Sometimes. You know what'll help her
I
out?
try to give up sluts.
But you got married, bro. That's awful. on a lot of levels, if you think about it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You
And
know
I'm still working it
holy
It's
shit.
gonna be the one.
one step at a time.
It's gonna be the one episode that the Swedish listens to.
Yeah, right? All it takes is one, right?
Blowing up the chat.
All it takes is one. So,
What were we gonna say?
I was going to say what could help her, but then she could be addicted to it, as some other women are, as BBC.
Oh, here we go. Right off the bat.
Wait, is she a lesbian?
Oh,
No,
I
she's
thought she
dated.
was bisexual.
She's dated. Oh, she could be, but I know she's dated one of the Jonas Brothers.
All right.
That's like
I hope
way
she
back in the
recovers.
day.
That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I hope she makes it. I hope she has a good support system. So there you go.
I think she's hot.
Before we jump into hardcore San Diego Comic-Con news, and this is going to be definitely Comic-Con heavy, I got started off with the number one topic on here, goddamn it. This is breaking fucking. Fuck you. I'm going to start off with this topic. I wasn't on last week. Stitch was too scared to come on here because how fucking wrong he was.
Calling him out because he ain't here. He's about to explode in this chat.
Let me tell y'all something. Prodigy was motherfucking right, and I doubled down and tripled down on this shit on multiple casts and on Facebook, internet, Facebook, internet, Twitter. Check the receipts, goddammit. As of today, this afternoon, Chris Hardwick got reinstated by AMC after their full investigation into the bullshit liar that accused his ex-girlfriend, that accused him of sexual abuse, but not directly, and all that other stuff. Now, I want to be real clear. If you're a real victim of sexual abuse and all that other stuff, I'm with you. I feel bad for you. I hate those people who did the abuse, blah, 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 blah.
The people that did the abuse need to come to justice.
Absolutely. Do it in the criminal courts, blah, blah, blah. But when you lie about it, that's when you miss me with all the shit, and you just a lying ass bitch. I believe AMC did a full investigation. This took 5-6 weeks. We've talked about this bullshit before. As of today, AMC found no evidence that would give them any pause for reinstating him back on the show. That's the setup. Go ahead.
So that is the setup for them. Granted, AMC is not a legal entity. They're not.
It's his employer.
Law enforcement.
It's his employer.
It is one of his employers.
Fine.
Well, and supposedly, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's one of his employers. If one of his companies that he was former CEO of and had his name on it, that I don't see any mention of that or of them reinstating his name or giving whatever former position, because he was formerly CEO, because I believe he reduced his role. And AMC found no wrongdoing, because I know that him and his ex worked at Nerdist. So I don't know what they got going on over there.
Can we look up her name?
Her name's Chloe Dystroka.
Yeah, there we go.
So
Zoya the Destroyer. Anybody watch Glow?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I need to watch this
fucking character, man.
That's awesome. Is she like? Never mind.
Bro, okay, hold on. Did you watch? Just a real quick pause, because you weren't on last week. You watched Glow, right?
Only like one episode.
Oh, god damn it! Have you seen like Zoya in her outfit?
Yeah, once, yeah.
So it's weird. So Alison Brie, like in the show, she looks like kind of average looking. But when she gets in that fucking outfit, it does something to me, y'all. It's like for some reason she's like super hot in the outfit. I don't fucking know what it is.
Show the people.
Super Saiyan.
Make your knees buckle.
Yeah.
So I'm actually checking out the Nerdist site, and before on Nerdist, on the bottom it would say created by Chris Hardwick, and it grew into a multi-head monster. And previous episode I talked about how they removed that, and it was just a white box, and the white box is still there. So as far as Nerdist go and Chris Hardwick, there's no update on that.
Yeah, and I don't know if him and Chloe worked at AMC together, because they could have developed Talking Dead, because Talking Dead was developed by Chris Hardwick as a supplement show for The Walking Dead. Now him and Chloe work together. They have a podcast as well as a segment in Nerdist throughout their network, and I don't know what investigation they're doing or whatnot. They could have completely cut ties. Who knows?
Well, hold on. Let's back up. Nerdist has not completely. They have not made a public statement that they've completely cut ties.
Yeah.
So I don't want to speculate on that. They're to be determined with them. AMC, we know.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because he was supposed to host San Diego Comic-Con, and he was supposed to run. No, he was supposed to be the MC.
Oh, for the whole thing.
For basically Hall H.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be him. They found someone else last minute, and then he was also supposed to, be the commentator for the Walking Dead panel, pretty much. Usually there's a host. For those of you who've never been, there's a host that kind of introduces each new segment, and then they introduce like the trailer type thing, and then sometimes there's a host just for a particular show. So, for instance, Walking Dead, Chris Hardwick would be the one who'd be he would administrate the questions to the cast. Moderate, yeah, there you go. He'd be the moderator. For Supergirl, they probably have a producer be the moderator, and usually there's someone else who ties it all together, and that would have been Chris Hardwick. I think they had Aisha Tyler again this year.
But right now, what's so funny to me is the internet in terms of Twitter and Facebook and people you talk to in the nerd world, are still kind of split on this, aren't they?
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Which is fucked up.
So my thing is, where are the receipts? Because I ain't seen shit about, it's literally so far he said, she said, from what I understand. Now, whatever AMC found or did not find, they're keeping it internal.
Well, this is the problem that I have with like the whole argument thing, is that people that are on the side of Chloe, they're like, oh, well, there's no proof that he didn't. I'm like, well, that's the whole problem, is that there's no fucking proof. So why are you taking her side?
Yeah.
Like that's what I don't fucking understand. Like from the get go, I'm like, yo, you show me proof that he did something, then yeah, he's a fucking douchebag. He's a total scumbag, and we'll talk about that fucking all the time on this podcast.
All day.
If there's no proof that he did anything wrong, especially after an investigation, then fucking mess with that bullshit. Use your same burden of proof to with Chloe than you did with Chris. I mean, come on, man.
I'm gonna piggyback. A very good example is Robert Kelly, aka R. Kelly. He went to court, and there was video evidence of him doing fucked up shit. And this is why a lot of people are totally against it. For some reason, there's people still on his side. However, there's discernible evidence why people say he's a piece of shit.
We've all talked about R. Kelly multiple times. Yeah. I don't want to go down the R. Kelly rabbit hole.
No, it's not. I'm just saying, in comparison, there's evidence for R. Kelly, Chris Hardwick, it's he said, she said.
Okay, hold on. We got to back up and be real specific and clear on this. She changed some of the words in her initial statement. I think from abuse to violate or something along those lines. Mm-hmm. Let me be clear on that. The other thing is, it sounded like it was a bad breakup from her perspective. Then he put out some texts proving, at least from those texts, that he broke up with her and she wanted to get back with him. It's the relationship is 4 years in the past.
And people ignored that too. They were like, "Oh, that could just been fabricated." I'm just like, "Oh, that's some proof." And meanwhile, there's literally no proof on this other woman's side. Well, I mean, come on, man.
On top of that, and we talked about this on the cast real clearly, not only his mother-in-law, Chris Hardwick's mother-in-law, his current wife, three previous exes, all of them vouch for him, saying this isn't the person who I know in terms of in a relationship.
Yeah, I would find it hard to believe that both the person before your ex and the person after that ex didn't have any kind of problems that you were talking about.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's just like, not, if somebody's a scumbag, generally speaking, they're a fucking scumbag to everybody.
Yep.
It's not just one specific person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And those women didn't have to go out of their way to be public and say, yeah, this probably isn't him, because this isn't the Chris I know. They didn't have to.
I'll tell you what, my ex, I wouldn't say if something happened to her, I'd be like, I wouldn't give a fuck. If somebody said something bad about him, I'm like, I wouldn't say
you'd
shit.
be smoking the cools in the background.
Give a fuck. Yeah, don't give a fuck.
I mean,
actually, I probably talk shit.
Yeah, right. You pile on. We got to be honest. The people who jump to conclusions, which are the vast majority of the people who heard this story, were wrong. Nobody's going to admit it. Everybody's going to be like an ostrich and fucking bury their heads in the sand. We're going to hear crickets and shit. But the truth is, AMC did a full investigation. His main employer. Yes, Nerdist could do their own and blah, blah, blah. But if there was some truth to it, they have a vested interest in removing him. Well, if there was any truth.
That was the other funny part, is that people were like, oh, well, it wasn't proven in court. I'm like, that's the whole fucking point. If she would have fucking went to court, then we would have known.
She didn't even name the motherfucker.
Yeah.
This is all, it was hints and innuendos to discredit him, and it worked because half of his fan base is like, oh, he seems like a scumbag. Only based on her lies.
Well, it's not only that. He missed, like, revenue.
Yeah, of course he did.
Which was literally stripped from him, like, within a day.
Talking Dead's ratings are not going to be as good as they were.
So wait,
I don't think they will.
There was no legal action that was ever taken from her to him?
No. Literally, this was
suspicious.
It was a magazine article where she didn't name him, but
wasn't like an online blog or some shit.
Online blog, some type of shit.
Yeah,
where it completely tried to sink his ship, his celebrity status. Remember, this is a father, this is a husband now, to somebody else. She didn't give a single fuck. This was a bitter ex-girlfriend and a lying-ass bitch. Let's be real. Nobody wants to call her that. But why do we have to tiptoe around the subject when a woman lies and falsely accuses a man. I don't get that.
And cost him a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This was a torpedo attack on him. And now listen, had I been wrong, I would have had to eat crow. I would have come on here and said, hey, I'm sorry.
You gotta eat them sour grapes.
I would have eaten sour grapes. Seriously.
Grapes.
But flip side isn't true. The internet, nobody wants to admit the fact that, hey, I was fucking wrong. You know what I mean? And it looks, so far, it looks like he was innocent of everything. Right? I mean, there's no two ways about this.
We'll see until next week whenever.
Oh, Stitch is going to try. He going to try to weasel his way and backpedal. I've seen it already online, that bullshit.
I've read the thread and I was like, I'm not getting involved.
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved. Because they're wrong.
They are. They are. And for me, I would stop my petty trolling and whatnot if you just said, hey, I'm sorry to Chris Hardwick. You know what I mean? He seems like the victim in this. I'm sorry to the people who, were believing him and I was against. If you say that, I'm done.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to fucking admit that bullshit.
Well, they want to bring up stupid ass, made up statistics like, oh, well, only 2% of the time is it a lie. You don't fucking know that. You just pull that shit out of fucking thin air.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's just like still, like how many men actually rape a woman? It's not that many. And to have like basically every man be labeled as like some kind of rapist or a fucking sexual assaulter or some shit like that, that's fucking wrong. And I see a lot of dudes doing that shit too. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you rape somebody? Have you ever in your life felt the need to physically assault or sexually assault a woman? If so, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Yep.
You're part of the problem. But for the vast majority of the dudes that I fucking know, that never comes into their mind ever.
Nope.
And if it does, goodbye. Like, you should not. You messed my filter a long time ago.
Yeah. Now, the petty part of me wants to say this line too, and I will say it. When a man wrongly sexually assaults somebody, you hear all this stuff about fathers teach your sons not to rape women, blah blah blah, teach your sons respect, all that shit. You've heard it. We've all seen it. You haven't seen anything about, hey, mothers, teach your daughters not to lie on men. Never seen that.
Well, somebody's gonna say it's a low percentage, but it fucking happens.
Hey,
it happens.
Hey, I'm just saying this is ugly. That 49er that happened earlier this year was another ugly example of a chick just literally lying.
And this is one thing that needs to be very fucking clear. It happens way more when the dude is successful. Like people are like, oh, the number is low. It's because you're talking about like people that are like janitors and shit. Fucking working with nobody gives a shit. You have nothing to gain. Yeah. But it happens way higher when people make money. Yeah. That's what I've seen, at least in my experience. So that's kind of anecdotal, but it's fucking true.
Yeah.
A lot of times too, it seems like it's like an angry ex or something, or somebody's mad at that other person because maybe they turned them down, or maybe they broke up, or there's always some like crazy ass bullshit for their lives.
Shit, Blue has been part of a lying ass bitch in his life. That's fucking total kind, and so have I. Yep. You know what I mean? And we don't go out of our way to do shit like that. No. You know what I mean? And
you guys don't hate all women or anything, or mislabel them or any of that bullshit. No. You say, hey, that particular bitch was a fucking bitch, and you move on with your life. Yep. The responsible adult shit to do.
I almost forgot about that shit.
Yeah. You try to block it out.
I tried blocking it out. Move on with my life.
That shit.
Life goes on.
All right, so let's get into some of the fun shit. San Diego motherfucking Comic-Con. Blue, you want to start us off?
All right, so this is actually my first time going this year, and oh my god, that motherfucking place is packed as fuck. There's so many goddamn people going to this thing, and first of all, San Diego Convention Center, that motherfucking thing is huge as fuck. It's like maybe like a mile long. Man, we were walking for days.
Oh, you walked from one end to the other?
Well, no, because like I got dropped off over at Hall H when I first got there, and Prodigy was all the way over like in Section C, and like to get your badge, you have to like
signals and shit.
Yeah, it was basically like that. Like I had to walk all the way down the whole entire convention center to get down to the other side, so before I can get like, because when you get your badge, you only got your badge, you didn't get a lanyard, so you have to go and pick up a lanyard, which is on the other side of the goddamn convention center. But yeah, that shit's long as fuck. There was a whole bunch of people, but man, there was some cool shit there. Like we got to see some cool panels, we got some exclusive looks at things, we did some interviews. Oh man, it was off the chain. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself.
Good fucking shit.
I'm glad you enjoyed, because only a handful of us has gotten the experience, so now you're part of this elite club now.
We're gonna do it all next year. One of the things that happened while there, the Titans trailer, live action Titans, let me be clear, trailer drops. Everybody on the internet has seen it. It was one of the #1 trending ass topics. What do y'all motherfucking think?
Wait, which one?
The live-action Titans trailer.
DC's Titans.
DC, can you stop with the fucking gritty bullshit? Like, it does not belong in Teen. And I know they dropped the Teen, but it's still, to me, it's Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit what you name it. It's Teen Titans, and you're up there, fuck Batman. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here.
Swear to me.
Yeah, and then fucking Starfire looks like trash, and then people want to talk about, oh, it's racism. Look, I'm a black man. I got no problem with fucking black women. But she doesn't look like Starfire, and she has a fucking fur coat on. What the fuck is that shit?
Well, it was crazy because like there was a girl on somebody who posted up a video. Like I guess she's a cosplayer, and she did like she's a black woman, and she did her makeup. Like she painted her skin orange, and this chick looked more like Starfire than the Starfire in the show.
And I've seen that too, and that's the way it should be for somebody to sit there and be like, oh, this is a reimagining, but she didn't seem like Starfire to me at all, like at all. And what's gonna be bad is I can already see it. They're gonna say that people hate Starfire because they're racist, but no, we hate the way that she looks because she looks nothing like the fucking character. Nothing like the fucking character.
Yep.
All right, Beast Boy, I was actually kind of okay with, but
he doesn't even change. He's just green hair and he jumps in the air.
Well, I'm sure in the show, if it doesn't change in the show, I'll be fucking very disappointed.
Well, doesn't his skin turns green like in one scene, I believe.
It kind of looks like it, but it's real quick. And I know that people were saying apparently like Starfire goes to a 70s party. That's why she's wearing the fur coat and looks like she's what she's wearing. I'm like, okay, but then like if that's the case, why don't we see her in her native people's like dress? Because that's what she wears.
Especially given the fact. So this is how I know this is a lie, because when they first showed the photos of the Teen Titans and they saw her with a fur coat, they're like, oh, it's because she was wearing the coat because it was cold outside.
Yep.
That's exactly what they fucking say. Y'all can look up on the internet and go back and fucking see.
Line of tape.
And now it's in the show. I'm like, she should not be wearing a fucking fur coat. Like, that shit looks stupid as shit.
It looks like trash, man. I wasn't even very impressed with the actress that they chose for Raven either. She is supposed to be an emo girl. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
An emo kind of goth girl, but she just doesn't have the look to me of like any Raven I've ever seen.
The voice too is kind of off. Like I don't know who originally voiced Raven, but she did a fantastic job of like
Tara
chick.
Tara
Strong.
Oh, is it Tara Strong? She's bad.
Obviously, she's a fucking pro.
Yeah.
But they should have had somebody kind of emulate her. And this is the problem that I have with like newer shows that are coming out, or just newer anything that comes out, is that they want to put their own spin on things. When it's like, okay, your own spin on things is not what brought the money to the table. The money to the table is like the original content.
Yeah, I was gonna say that like this is a subscription service that you pay for. These are your fans that are wanting to watch these shows. They want to watch the fucking character, not your imagination of these characters. They want this to look like it came straight from the fucking comic book, and not this bullshit that they're throwing down our throats right now.
Real quick too, no Cyborg, which obviously we have him in maybe Justice League.
Yeah, I'm not that butthurt about Cyborg not being in it, because instead of him, they have Hawk and Dove, which you see briefly in the and apparently there's supposed to be more. Like I believe Tara comes out later on, and there's some other character I kind of know. I don't know if Blue Beetle's in it.
That'd be
probably
cool,
not. I doubt it.
But still, the whole fuck Batman thing, that really rubbed me the wrong way. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you don't understand the character. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't I mean, Dick Grayson at one point, he was pissed off at Batman, but
He'll fall out.
But he wasn't still wearing the fucking Robin suit. He was wearing and he was still respectful to Batman.
Of course.
The one person that was disrespectful to Batman,
Jason Todd.
Was Jason Todd.
Yeah.
So that was not that Robin.
So my question is because I know that Nightwing is going to be in it, because I guess Dick Grayson starts out as Robin, then becomes Nightwing. Are they going to have?
You know that? Or
that's the whole premise of the story.
Okay, all right.
Is that he's trying to break away from Batman, and he forms the Titans and becomes Nightwing in the show. My question is, are they going to have Tim Drake or Damian as Robin in the show?
Either way, man, this just doesn't feel like my type of Robin.
No.
Yeah, because I guess way back in the day, I had to see like some of the guys from like Comic Noobs and Task and all them. They brought up Tim Drake. He used the gun when he was Robin.
Okay.
So
that's right, because he does shoot criminals.
He does shoot criminals.
Too.
Yeah,
and that's another point.
And obviously, when
that's Todd.
Jason Todd did also both of them. Well, Jason Todd like ended people for sure. But that's where I asked the question: does this become Tim Drake or like Damien? Because Damien, he'd slit somebody's throat if he could.
Yeah, but he was held back by Batman. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Dick Grayson in the
yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm hoping it's not, but I'm like, oh, okay. If they have Nightwing and Robin, it'll be cool. But I have a bad feeling.
Well, which Robin would it be? Would it be?
So
yeah, so I'm wondering.
I'm going to tell you right now. So Wiki has it as Dick Grayson.
Yeah, there it is. That's it.
What I heard. Dick
No
Grayson.
more speculation on that bullshit.
Damn.
That's and you know what? And Alfred would whoop his ass too.
God damn! Take him over his knee, boy.
You gotta put him down.
Yeah, this is a bad look. Now look,
not in my house.
A few months ago, we all were very skeptical, rightly so, on those still images. Yeah. This gives us the same kind of shitty feeling, if not worse, less confidence after seeing them in these shitty costumes moving.
And this is awful because right now, I mean, DC is on top of the comic book heap, and they keep fucking up almost every opportunity they have in fucking actual media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, what are you guys doing?
Especially in their animated movies, because, man, the stuff we saw at WonderCon, I mean, not WonderCon, at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, so their animated shows are still good, and their comics are good, but other than that, it's been trash.
Yeah.
You know, it's been hot trash. Like, I finally watched Justice League the other day. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, you just watched it?
I'm not gonna fucking watch the shit out of the fucking get-go.
Yeah.
It was garbage.
It was crap.
It was so bad. It was bad. Continuity was a little better, but it wasn't very well written.
It didn't feel like a finished product, right?
No, it didn't. I was just like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
They know that, like,
the Russians, like the people in the house, it's like, why do we keep coming back to these people?
Exactly, right?
Everyone hated them.
Didn't make any fucking sense why that family was even in that movie.
Yeah, I know what they were trying to do, but it just doesn't execute well on film.
But then, like, all the, like, the fight scenes were bad too. Like the ones with, like, mainly in the beginning with, like, Batman when he does, like, this flip off like a building. It's like you can fucking see the wires. Like, it was so badly done.
I didn't see the wires, but still.
Yeah, I mean we've gone into Justice League before, but actually why don't we switch it up a little bit? Staying with DC,
but
we had.
I was gonna say, kind of on Wikipedia they have a list of the characters that are gonna make an appearance in the Titan movie or Titan show. So we got the Robin, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy. That's the main cast.
Yeah.
But then we have Hawk, Dove, Chef. I don't know who the fuck Chef is.
Swedish Chef.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, it's God damn it, it's from South Park. Well, he died though.
What's his name?
Forgot his name now.
Was it just Chef?
Yeah.
Well, he was a singer though.
Yeah.
Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes. Yeah.
But it shows that we're gonna have Elastic Woman, Robot Man, Negative Man, Jason Todd, and Wonder Girl.
All right.
So
it's gonna be trash, man.
So it could be. I mean, that could be a twist. Who knows? I don't know.
Look like trash so far.
It does look like trash, but I'm gonna give it the obligatory 3 episodes.
But hold on. The other thing that pisses me off about this, it's supposed to be good enough for people to be convinced that they should pay $7.99 a month or $79 up front, whatever the fuck it is. That it's supposed to be that good of a trailer. That didn't accomplish its objective.
No one's gonna pay that for this show. You know what they are gonna pay for? Young Justice season 3, because that is exclusive to the streaming service.
I tend to agree with you. All I'm trying to say though is this was supposed to be another one of their exclusive marquee shows, and it just didn't hit the mark on the trailer.
No.
The other thing though, I will say with this DC Access Unlimited, why can't I get confirmation on a simple fucking fact? And it's been pissing me off ever since they announced this shit. Do they have all of their animated movies from the DC universe on there instantly available, or is it just some? They have not confirmed that. I've looked all over the fucking internet. Why won't they answer that simple goddamn question? Because my money is dependent on that. That's what I want to see.
Okay, makes sense. I thought it was everything DC's ever made, including
I haven't heard that confirmation.
Did you watch the DC Universe trailer? Because it says in the trailer, and it shows like the 70s Superman. It shows like old ass fucking TV shows that I forgot about type shit.
I have not heard the specific confirmation
about all animated movies or shows.
And they've said some. They've said a bunch of them.
Okay,
but I have not heard 100% of them will be there.
Yeah.
I did talk to somebody at San Diego Comic-Con about it, and they said that they are going to have some exclusive content on there, and they're going to have some shows that, like some of the old shows on there, but they might be on there only on there for a limited run. So they might be on there for a couple couple of months, and then they will be unavailable again.
Fuck it.
But they said they will have a large catalog of their comics on there.
All right.
Oh, that's right. That was cool because they will have digital comics, which I thought was interesting as well. That's also in one like their extended trailer. Some of the exclusive stuff they had is like Doom Patrol, Young Justice Season 3, Young Justice Outsiders, actually, obviously Titans, and there's like Swamp Thing. I didn't even know they were developing a Swamp Thing.
It's also live action or animated?
Yeah, I believe a live action.
All right, that's interesting. Let me see the trailer. I'll wait for the trailer.
Yeah, there was no trailer. It's just showing
there's also the what's the name? Harley Quinn. It's an adult, not like porn, but like it's an adult theme. Comedy.
Okay. I mean, I'm down to give it maybe a try, but I want all the animated stuff on there.
I looks like they got Stargirl show on there too now.
Well, let's switch it up though. Saying over at Comic-Con, they had 2 really big trailers that got a lot of buzz. One was Shazam and one was Aquaman. Which one y'all want to start with?
I'll start with Aquaman.
All right.
You mean Black Panther?
Underwater.
Under the sea.
Underwater
Wakanda.
Yeah, it was cool, I guess. I mean, I might watch it, probably not in theaters, but it's difficult for me to like get hyped about it because Jason Momoa is not Arthur Curry. You know what I mean? Like, I wish they would have just made up a new fucking Aquaman just for him because he's a cool ass dude. I like his character, but he's not Arthur Curry at all. So
different character.
Well, for me, I enjoyed the trailer. Like, I love the scene in the beginning with the little kid by the aquarium, and he's getting bullied, and like the shark comes down and it's like, hey, back up off my boy. But everything else was pretty cool. I like how they got rid of the fucking blue eyes that he had in fucking Justice League, because that shit just, every time he came on the screen, it just took me away from that movie. I'm like, that's some badass looking goddamn contacts. Like, you get that shit from like the dollar store or some other goddamn place. But overall, I thought the trailer was pretty good and actually got me a little bit hype about Aquaman, but they didn't really, I mean, I guess the main villain's gonna be his brother and Black Manta. But I always thought Black Manta was his brother.
No.
Or was he just a black dude?
He's just a black dude in a suit.
Back in the day, he wasn't a black dude. I think they retconned him to be black, and then they.
Well, he didn't take off the helmet.
Yeah, he didn't at first, but then they made him black, and then they retconned to where Calder Rabbit. He's his son or whatnot, because before it wasn't like that. But still cool. It'll be interesting if they bring in Calder. I doubt it.
Yeah, probably not for the first one. What'd you think, though, Old Ninja?
Yeah, Wakanda Under the Sea. It looks interesting. I'm intrigued, but I'm not like super hyped. I still, because of the previous DCEU movies, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic as well on Aquaman. We will see. One of the things that really worries me, though, at least my impression on the trailer, it looked like people were talking underwater. And I remember in Justice League, the way they handled that was to put them in a bubble of some sort.
Yeah, they like evacuate all the water from the room.
But it's going to take me out of the movie if I see people, Atlanteans, talking underwater and making all these sounds and talking all normal. That's just not the way sound waves work underwater like they would on land. That's going to be weird for me. So, maybe that's nitpicky, but
well, yeah, because remember in Justice League, like when they talk, they like
bubble.
It looked like they just pushed the water aside.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah,
fine.
So,
but the trailer had like people screaming and people talking, just underwater regular ass, and that was weird to me.
I guess it'd be like SpongeBob, how he's fucking underwater
with a pineapple,
and he talks and shit. And there's a scene where he starts drowning in the water.
What about Shazam?
Kind of going back to Aquaman, was it Stitch that posted this about the poster? How he's underwater but he's wearing like leather pants?
Yeah.
So that's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's comics.
All right, so Shazam. So for me, I don't know about this movie, man. Like, really? I am not liking that fucking suit. Like, I don't like that it lights up, because when I first saw it, it made me think of Black Lightning, and I don't like the suit in Black Lightning just because he's a guy who works at night, but he's wearing a goddamn light bright suit. Like, everybody's gonna fucking see him. But this suit just looks fucking ridiculous. Like, it looks like a small dude in like a big suit. Like, it doesn't look right to me at all. Like, I'm not really digging it. Like, even though this is kind of like his kind of him coming into his powers, it just doesn't. I don't know. It just don't feel right to me.
All right, Carlos, what you got on Shazam?
I liked it way more than Aquaman. So me and Blue are not agreeing for once. It's pretty rare, but. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I like the fact that like a grown man is in like a kid is in a grown man's body that has like superpowers and stuff. I thought it looked way more fun than Aquaman to me, so I'll be way more likely to see that in the theaters than I am Aquaman. Even though I love Jason Momoa, like I love, and he always gets screwed in roles. Yeah, and it's good to see him like finally get like a lead role in a movie that's probably not going to flop, because he like Conan. I actually enjoyed Conan. That shit flopped. It flopped, and I was like, I can understand why. Yeah. But hopefully Aquaman will redeem him.
Hopefully. I mean, I think it's his biggest budget movie that he's ever led in. I will say that. You know what I mean, in terms of Momoa, and I do like him too. Shazam won me over quite a bit, man. Yeah. I will say this: I was watching it with Mishka and my kids. All three of them were like, "Who the fuck is Shazam? I don't care about this motherfucker. Why are you making us watch this?" And then I put it on. At the end of those 2 minutes, they were all fucking excited. Like, oh, yeah, I like this one. The wizard powers and fucking a kid, like a big, with Tom Hanks, basically, with superpowers. They were all fucking down. So it achieved its objective for people who knew nothing about the character, at least in my household. I loved it. What
the suit just takes me out of the movie, or out of the trailer.
Really? Because it looks all like foamy and shit. Like
and he flossed from Fortnite. That was cool. That was a very culturally recent reference. Old Ninja, what you got?
Yeah, actually, it does look fun. I was curious to see what they're gonna go with, which way they're gonna go with Shazam, and it's funny to me because I guess people are reporting that the DCEU is dead now, but then like we have Aquaman. And then we see Shazam making references to Superman and Batman in the trailer. Oh, yeah. So I'm like, all right, well, whatever. But the suit does look kind of strange, but I bought it because, I don't know, maybe because I know about Zachary Levi being like a toothpick kind of dude, and I know he worked out for the role, but it's just, it is what it is, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm just curious to see if Black Adam is going to be in this movie.
That's a good question. That's a real good question.
They're making a standalone for that, right?
Supposedly, with The Rock being Black Adam, but it's like, if not, who the hell is Shazam going to fight, and are we going to care?
That's a good point. I would say I don't know of his rogues gallery outside of Black Adam.
Exactly.
So, and I made this point on another cast. If you really think about it, for the Captain America trilogy, the only real villain was Red Skull and Hydra. The extension of Red Skull, which was Hydra, for that trilogy. You know what I mean? That was it in the second one, and the third one was really an Avengers movie.
Yeah, the third one felt. But I mean, Winter Soldier was about Winter Soldier, which is like a villain turned anti-hero by the end of the film.
All Hydra.
Extension of Hydra.
All Hydra.
I did a quick Google search for Shazam villains, and only 9 came up.
Okay. Like, 9 is enough for 3 movies.
Well, Black Adam is the shit, though.
Yeah. He's great.
Yeah, it looks like Dr. Sivan will be. It looks like maybe he's the main villain in the movie.
Okay. I don't know about him. So.
Yeah, it was Djimon Hounsou will be the wizard. So
he's a wizard.
Yeah, he's the wizard.
Djimon Hounsou?
Is that? I don't know.
Did he say? What did you?
Djimon
fucked that all up.
Bushmaster.
God damn.
This Black Ace chick.
He's called him Grey Poupon. That was fucked up, man.
Fuck him.
Fucking shit. All right, so at least from those trailers, DC seemed to do all right. You know what didn't do fucking all right? I sat in on a goddamn pilot episode of that shitty ass Charmed reboot.
Oh, I can't believe. Well, actually, no. You have admitted to liking Charmed. That's what I was like. Why the fuck? I was tripping out. Like, why is he at Charmed?
I
like
Charmed too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've probably seen a good 80% of their episodes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's why I didn't say anything. I was like, oh yeah, he does like Charmed. But you got to see the pilot, so
it was 3 hot chicks.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, how could you go wrong?
2.5. No.
Well, Charlie's I don't want to say that. Was it Piper?
4.
Yeah.
There's 4.
That was the one that was like kind of
yeah.
But I'd still, I'm not a beautiful guy, so it's all good.
This one, here's what turns me off. At least on the pilot, they may fix this. Pilots aren't everything, but they have one of the sisters that's literally handing out anti-rape pamphlets at a party that has nothing going on. That's on the sexual assault spectrum whatsoever. She's uber angry at all male characters and out with it, and it just took me out of the show because I was like, that's not fun.
Yeah,
and that's not fun for a supernatural comedy, which is what Charmed really is. That one character it's like nails on a chalkboard with me.
Especially since, like, you know, some of their viewers are males too, and this will take away probably half the audience if it's just them man bashing.
It's like, yeah, if they made a show about a dude just constantly shitting on women, it wouldn't get anywhere, right?
No.
The only time it was acceptable was a long fucking time ago, and it was Al Bundy. Al Bundy.
Yeah.
But it was fucking hilarious.
That was his wife.
Yeah, only because his wife shit on him constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Wait, who watches How I Met Your Mother?
I did.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
because
it.
Barney's kind of that way.
He's a womanizer.
He's a womanizer, but he wasn't shitting on women.
Yeah, he's not saying all women are whatever.
Okay, all I'm saying is that watch the pilot for yourself. See if I was the one tripping. But this girl on there, one of the sisters, she goes out of her way to be literally protesting all men on this college campus. And I'm like, God damn, girl. Like, do something else fun. Have some other aspect of your character. At least in the pilot, there was none of that. And I fucking checked out after 12 minutes, man.
Damn.
Yeah, it was, and I was looking forward to it. It was going to be like my secret show that I watched. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you're fapping to in the corner.
Yeah.
Everybody's got secret shows. It's all good.
Yeah, everyone does. Not naming mine.
Well, some news for I was going to say, for Kronos, a Nickelodeon cartoon that I know you fucking love made its comeback.
Oh my God! Invader Zim they're gonna make a movie.
That's right.
Oh, a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's called something about the Florpus, and it looks amazing. Basically, Jonan Vasquez got to come back and make his show, and I think everybody's returning for the show, including one of the intros that we had is actually the guy who does the voice of Gur.
Yeah.
Doing the voice for the intro. I need to actually animate that so I can put it in the beginning because it's fucking hilarious. But it's hard, and I gotta pay money for After Effects. But I'm really looking forward to it. I have the comics, and it's funny because when you read the comics, you read it in the voices from the show.
Did they continue after the show ended in terms of chronologically?
And it's all based. Well, it's all single. There's no real like story arc.
Okay.
It's all single issue shit, but it's all good though because they're funny. I need to catch up on them. But
good.
I read a bunch of them.
When does it drop? 19?
I believe it's 2019. Yeah, I don't have like a solid date.
That's all right.
In the trailer where they sing, it looks like Zer was singing the Doom song, like the whole during the trailer.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that was an old pick. They've just put in a pick for that. But yeah, I didn't see them do the Doom song. Actually, there was the trailer that I saw. There was no actual voice talent in the trailer. It was just basically like the music and them doing stuff. I might have had like a bad fucking trailer or whatever, but it seemed cool to me. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, I'm down for this. More Zim. Come on now. You were gonna say?
Oh no, I was gonna say when we were at San Diego Comic Con, we got a chance to see. We actually got into Hall H, which is a fucking miracle, and I like to call it a happy little mistake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have to wait in line.
Wait, what? See,
Yep, exactly.
I had to wait overnight in the grass next to with no blanket, nothing.
Your homeless problem is not our problem. We don't want to hear about it.
That's why you got to roll with blue.
Yeah.
I get doors open up for me. But anyway, we got to see the panel for Bumblebee.
Yes.
Oh,
which
right on.
actually, we got a sneak peek of it, and it actually looked pretty fucking good, in my opinion.
I hate to say it, I may not see it in the theaters, but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing it. It looks fun. It does look fun.
And it looks like. Oh, go ahead.
It looked way better than any of the current Transformers.
Yes. Yep.
They're fucking hot garbage.
Yeah.
The first one was good, and I had problems with certain things, and they doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down on the shit I didn't like.
And
the first one.
Mark in there.
Yeah. I mean, Marky Mark is an okay actor, but it's just.
Well,
just shitty movies. The continuity is bad. The overuse of CGI was bad. The love stories that didn't need to be in the show were bad. It's about fucking Transformers, not about humans and fucking other humans.
Mm-hmm. Well, and
doesn't make any sense to me.
An old ninja broke clock was right.
Yes. Oh my God!
It is not Starscream as the jet.
Yeah.
And I was convinced. I thought it had to be.
I thought it was it's the meme. After it was announced that it the director came out and said it's not Starscream. He said
he's
that
shut the fuck up with that internet rumor bullshit.
Yeah. But the memes that came out after that had me fucking rolling. They had some Scooby Doo shit. They had Starscream down on his knees and Fred ripped off his mask and it turned out to be the other jet fighter and shit like that. I should have had me fucking rolling.
listen.
But
we had a credible source on that intel,
Yes,
so
this is true.
that's true. Yes,
Your ass be wrong half the time anyway.
but you never know; they might change it in post.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the little.
It was Star Whisper.
Oh, but there's two other Decepticons in it, and one of them is voiced by Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she is in this movie. She voiced one of the Transformer, and it's pretty badass. Like her voiceover for the robot or for the Transformer or the Decepticon. But the little snippet that we got to see, it kind of shows you. So actually, I didn't even know John Cena was in this.
John Cena, you can't see
he's in
him.
the trailer.
Because you couldn't see him.
Yeah, even though he is in the trailer.
I fucking missed him.
If you can see him.
But yeah, like it was cool for the panel. He came running out and shit. That was kind of dope, and like he was kind of super energized and
How
shit.
did you know he was there though?
They kept saying some name, and then like clothes started floating around. But like the part we saw, it kind of like Bumblebee is on Earth kind of by himself a little bit.
Yep.
And you know, the Decepticons are trying to find him, and there's a scene where they fucking so the army team, they capture they're like surrounding Bumblebee, and they're about to like shoot him and stuff like that. And then John Cena's character is like, who called in a jet swipe or an Air Force attack or whatever? And then like all of a sudden this Decepticon comes in and like grabs Bumblebee, and they're like fighting and shit, or like going up the hill like some shit from like the Matrix, like fucking pounding on him and shit. And then he like Bumblebee's like tiny compared to his other to the Decepticon, and he's fucking holding him, and he just fucking shoots him and drops him, and then the Bumblebee goes falling down, and before he like dies or whatever, or before he powers down, his automatic systems is going around scanning things to kind of get his I can't remember what they call it, but it's for him to get his new body or whatever. And he scans like he doesn't scan a bug at first. He scans like a double wide, like a Winnebago, and some other things, but eventually
Did you say a Winnebago?
Isn't that what it's called?
A Winnebago.
A Winnebago bagel?
We really need to get you and Joe from Pre-Recorded Live to like just say things.
Yes.
Like complicated words.
Yeah, just a list.
Well, it's not that. I always thought it was called a Winnebago.
No, it's a Winnebago.
Isn't that what I'm saying?
No.
You're saying what I'm saying. What the hell?
He can't hear it, man.
Internet, please help me. Am I fucked up?
He can't.
What I heard.
He has a blacklist. It's all good.
But anyway, so like, so he turns into the VW bug, and then like years pass by, and that's when the girl finds him, and that's when shit kind of gets all transformer-y.
The story kind of works. At
Yeah,
least,
it does.
At least the way they explained it in the extended trailer.
And we got to see there was a holographic image of Optimus Prime, so he probably have an appearance in this too.
I'm down.
So-
I'm down low key to maybe see it. Might not be theater, but we'll see. The other one, we went to a panel. I guess it was a panel first for Voltron.
Oh yes.
DreamWorks
Yes.
Netflix show. Everybody else is caught up. Y'all didn't tell me that this was trying to give Yuri on Ice and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure a run for its money in terms of gay anime.
It's not that
It's
gay.
not even close to that gay.
I got receipts. You got receipts?
Where
Lou?
the receipts?
You got receipts?
Where the receipts?
I got the receipts.
As far as the first season go, I don't have the receipts, but
Yeah, so I do know that there is a voice actress.
Nope.
Who is LGBTQIA, whatever letters are after that. So
I know that Pidge is a girl.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Or woman.
she's the actress.
Yeah.
and she's on Arrow. Bex Taylor Klaus.
But there's not that many gay characters in the show.
Oh, but there is. This came out, and it was on Twitter. This is not me spoiling shit because it was already out there in the world. Shiro is gay.
I'm not.
Shiro's
surprised.
is gay and in a gay relationship.
he is gay.
Wait, relationship with whom's did it?
Yeah, I'm not surprised about Shiro.
Well,
but
so this was we got to see the first episode of the next season, and that's when it was. Well, actually, we got 2 episodes actually.
Yeah.
But shit was gay, and it's on that black cage Luke Cage fucking
Comanche and Shade.
yeah, Shade
They
level
pretty
type
much
shit.
had that scene, and I was like, this is some Comanche Shade shit.
Well, I just want to know who yelled out Stokes.
I damn was about to shout it.
Yeah, the whole everybody was like, "What?"
I wasn't no Stokes. It was like Strokes my dicks. Strokes my dicks.
Yeah, when that scene came out with him and his lover and like in their apartment just like talking and shit, like people lost their fucking mind. Like people were just cheering and shit like that. I'm off to the corner like, what? He's gay?
That's what I'm saying. Like there was like other characters in the show that were like clearly attracted to the opposite sex.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
Why it's just like what? That's what I was gonna say. Like Pidge, maybe, but she's a woman, so
She does cross dress.
well, yeah.
Yes.
In the beginning, yeah.
But yeah.
But I mean, Shiro, no one gives a shit about who she's fucking really because I mean, potentially
He's the leader of the Voltron.
Yeah, he's the leader.
Well, wait. Yeah,
Sort of.
not,
Until he gets taken.
I mean, you could argue that it's actually
Each
Princess
pilot.
Allura that's like the leader because she basically
Nah, she
runs.
just controls the ship.
She controls the ship. She controls the ship that houses the goddamn lions as
Hold
well,
on,
and
but
she knows the most about them
But
more
did you
than they
watch
do.
the last season?
Yeah, I finished. Oh, you're asking.
Oh yeah, I watched it. I watched all of it.
So he was like compromised. You know, Shiro was
Oh, yeah,
compromised
he's like-
in the last
he's a
season.
fucking clone.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So at this point, I would think he's either Keith or Allura that's the leader right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he was gone for a while, and then like
Keith
he
was
was
gone.
compromised, but like his essence was in the Black Lion still.
Yeah.
Which
Actually,
they talked about on the first episode of next season.
there's actually like 3 essences, even though one character's dead.
Yeah, but I mean, wouldn't we all say that and I think they've admitted it on there that the Black Lion is the leader of the group, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. But it's not always like the person that's in the Black Line is not always the leader.
Gotcha.
It's like
fair.
you know, like the quarterback is the leader of the team, but they're still like the fucking
boy.
coach.
Yeah, but there's also team captains.
You
that are
had a
nothing else.
competent sports analogy right there. I'm gonna give you props. That was actually pretty good, Blue.
The clock is right. A broken clock is right.
Ah, god dang.
But yeah, anyway.
You gotta watch like the whole.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you gotta
catching
watch
up.
all of it.
I'm on season 2 already.
You are dude, you behind. Well, season
They
2
have shorter seasons than 3, 4,
so
and 5.
the first season's like the longest.
Yeah.
And I think everything else like goes like 5, then 6, and
I'm enjoying it though.
There's like I think the shortest season's like 5 episodes.
Yeah,
So that was
but I'm loving it.
One thing they announced at the panel was that next season is going back to 13 episodes.
Damn.
So they're going back to 13
About fucking
episodes.
time.
But
There's more.
there's more. Later on this year, we're gonna get another season, and it's gonna be another 13 episodes, but it's gonna be the final season.
That's what
That's gonna
sucks.
be it.
26 more episodes though.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
But even though Voltron's ending, there's a new show that's coming out on Netflix that is by the creators of Avatar.
Yes.
Which I'm pretty sure the creators of Avatar also made Voltron. At least some of them did.
Maybe.
It's very fucking similar.
Yeah.
As far as like the animation style and like the content.
It's a dragon. What is it called?
It's like the Dragon
Dragon
shit.
Queen, Dragon
I should have
Quest.
been prepared for this even when I
Dragon
was talking
Fuda.
about it. Yeah. The Last Dragon, some shit.
So remember though, Voltron, there's the Defender of the Universe, but then there was the one with the cars.
Well,
So they could come back with that.
well, I actually asked that question, and they said no.
Oh, there you go.
They said it would be too complicated and it just doesn't make any sense, and that series didn't do that well.
Me and Blue sat in on a round of roundtable interviews.
It is called The Dragon Prince.
There you go.
Oh, that looks fucking dope.
Yeah, the trailer was awesome. But we sat in with some roundtable interviews with some of the cast for voice actors for Voltron, and that was fun. I will say this: when you're in a roundtable press interview, you can't be bogarting all the fucking questions.
Yeah,
But
we
there
had
was
this fucking
There was
dude.
one dickhead that nearly, was pissing everybody off. Let's just say that we almost tried to get him booted.
Punch him in the face.
Yeah, I should have whipped
Should've.
out my dick and
Well, like he just
pissed on his ass.
this guy just fucking started asking questions. Like nobody was like, I mean, everybody was set up and kind of waiting, but like he fucking jumped the gun. Like I'd have a chance to like make sure the camera was on and make sure everybody was like focused and framed. The dude just started firing off questions. But Ned, you did a roundtable, right?
Yes.
Y'all guys asked one question and the next person went, right?
Yeah.
This motherfucker started asking questions like over and over again, and
Yeah.
like I had to like jump in with my fucking question.
So Blue, you and Cronus were there when I did the roundtable. Actually, I think we rotated roundtables, did we not?
No,
Or no.
you did it all years.
So
That's all you-
when we did Black Lightning, we did roundtable, and then when we did, I think one of the other.
I did the Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, you did, but that wasn't roundtable. But
yeah.
still,
yeah.
for when we sat at roundtable, even though it wasn't like we didn't have a moderator, everyone took their turn, and if it went silent, we would point out if you have something to go, then you go.
Yeah, that's
and everyone was respectful
that's
about
respect for like your craft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Somebody that does that keep asking questions, like they're an asshole.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely was.
This guy was trying to Justin Timberlake this shit.
Yeah. He thought he was Beyonce, and we were Destiny's Child.
I was not there.
Yeah. It was getting bad, but he still got some good questions, and everybody got a chance. But I will say this though, for the people who don't know, when we say roundtable, we're really just talking about an interview that is actually at a round table with other press people. It's just a group interview.
Yeah, you have to give the other press people, even though you might have like a list of questions.
Yeah.
You have to give respect to other people at the table.
Yeah.
All right, because obviously everybody at the table did not rate a fucking one-on-one interview.
Yeah.
And so you have to bide your time to ask the questions to the celebrity.
Yeah.
So that's just some, I guess, behind the scenes shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we got some good questions in, and like we got to interview the director of Voltron, the guys who did the voice of
Koran.
Oh my god! So Koran, the guy who does the voice of Koran, is it Koran? Yeah,
Koran, right?
He also does the voice of the little dude from Harry Potter.
Dobby.
Yeah, Dobby. He does the voice of Dobby.
Shit. That's all.
But this guy,
Potterhead, y'all.
this guy is the living embody of the dude from Voltron. Like,
Really?
the way he looks, the way he talks, like
Mustache,
his attitude, dude.
Wow.
This guy is, and like it's funny because during a panel, somebody was like, if they ever make a live action Voltron, we are signing a petition to make sure that you play your fucking role because
That's
this dude was
hilarious.
spot on there. But you also got to interview the guy who does the voice of not Lance. What's the one that's always hitting on the princess?
Keith?
Oh,
No, that's Lance. That's Lance.
Yeah, it's Lance.
Lance.
So Lance, Pidge, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Wait,
Who's the big guy? I forget the big guy's name.
big guy's land.
Hunk.
Oh, Hunk.
Hunk.
Yeah.
But I was hoping that we would have had a chance to interview Steven Yeun from Walking Dead because he does the voice of Keith.
Yeah.
So-
That's cool.
Wait, so was the voice of Pidge,
Yes.
actress Bex Taylor? She was there as well.
Absolutely.
cool.
We interviewed her. She was good.
The guy
Really
who does the
nice.
voice of Lance is also the guy who does the voice of Sven the Human in Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Which I was like,
Oh,
this
no
guy looks
shit.
so he looks so familiar, and I couldn't figure it out until later on. Like looked at my phone, I was like, God damn it! I would have asked all kind of Adventure Time questions. Like,
But you gotta be behind the scenes shit. You gotta keep it on point because sometimes I get irritated when you jump into other shit.
but one cool thing is that like before we ended the panel with the guy who does the voice of Koran, is that I'm like, hey, can you do like a quick like line from the show? And he was able to do it, and like everybody clapped and cheered, and like people turned their heads. So yeah, it was pretty cool. So hopefully I can have that video up this week.
Oh wait, was Kimberly Brooks there?
No.
Oh, that sucks because she is like a career voice actress and she's done video games and TV shows and she has a ridiculously long resume.
But her
And
ass wasn't there.
that sucks. But still, for those of you who know, she's the voice of Princess of Allure in the show.
Good shit.
What else we do?
Oh, so the other big one. So you obviously know that we have all been a fan of Winona Earp for a while. We went to a panel with them. Got a chance to meet DPC face to face.
Earpers go hard.
Earpers go fucking hard. We barely got into this goddamn panel. Shamir Anderson, who plays Dolls on the show and who we've had on the cast, he came into the actual panel room running full speed like a running back, screaming, jumped on the table like he had won a world championship.
It made me think of like old school wrestling when they come like running down the thing and they're like running around the ring and shit like that. That's what it reminded me of. But yeah, dude, he was full of fucking energy.
Full on wild because they announced that they have season 3 and 4 confirmed. So,
But the way they did it was fucking perfect. So like they showed like a clip of like next season and like they showed like how they told the cast that they were getting a third season, and then like they were showing parts, but then like the lights dimmed down and it looked like it was over, but then it popped up and says, but wait, there's more. And then they said like, oh, they got a season 4, and then they announced like some other stuff. It was fucking that room was on fucking fire.
Dude.
When they announced all that shit.
yeah, they got more hype than any other panel I've ever been in. They fucking lost their fucking minds over it. Shit. Good panel, fun stuff. They had the comic creator, the IDW comic creator for Winona as well. But that was a fun one.
Yeah, they had most of the cast there,
Was
right?
the full cast there?
Yeah, full cast, including, and we're going to try to get her on the show. They got a new black female character that
Super blurred.
goes hard on manga and anime. And she was like, I'm going to let y'all motherfuckers know I do Darling in the Franxx, I do Black Clover, da-da-da-da-da. And I was going to ask her, I was going to stand up and ask her about my favorite Futanari, but, you know, that was in poor taste.
No one gives a shit about that.
Yes, they do.
Well,
I knew, though.
What we need to have is Melanie, the main star, on the show because she has listened to us and she was going to clear a spot for us, but because of scheduling conflicts, it didn't work out. So she's the star of the show, and she's willing to do Blacker Than Black times 50. And I mean do as in come on the show and talk.
Don't be vulgar, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm really pissed I didn't have a chance to meet DBC. Oh, man.
Really?
That kind of broke my heart.
You didn't get to see her?
No, because
it was just me.
Yeah, we were doing press and stuff. Other press was going on, and like I was setting up the camera, and Prodigy ran into her outside. And I was like, he's like, yeah, I ran into DPC. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome because she has an English accent.
Yeah, she's like the only one with an accent on the show.
Yeah, she's like one of the only. Everyone else is like Canadian or American. Yep. So it's pretty awesome.
We're gonna come right back to San Diego Comic-Con in terms of events and panels. There was one big thing that was on everybody's fucking mind that we had, giant pink elephant in the room that we have to address. News that broke during Comic-Con.
Oh yeah,
here it comes.
With Disney firing James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, for controversial
and slated for 3.
Yes, slated for 3. Controversial and very ugly tweets referencing molestation, rape, and child stuff 10 years back in those old tweets. It was huge news. Everybody has an opinion on it. I'm sure the 4 of us have some strong opinions on it. But let's jump into this because it was one of the topics du jour. It's still raging all over the motherfucking place. What say you, old ninja? James Gunn, did Disney get it right? Did it get it wrong? Too far? What happened?
Shit.
Trying to find a tweet that was posted.
So I've seen a lot of tweets, and there are not one single like collage has them all. Okay. Like there's a lot of them. Yeah. There's a lot of them, and they're very, very disturbing. I just want to put this out there. Let's not forget that 10 years ago, a full decade, when Twitter came out, a lot of analysts thought Twitter was going to be a fad because at that time, Facebook was king.
Yes.
Facebook was the leading social media at that time, and Twitter, even though it had a lot of people, it had millions of people, it was like people were saying it was going to die in the next 2 to 3 years, right? A lot of people, a lot of celebrities were on it. A lot of them had feuds and whatnot early on, but a lot of people weren't like taking it seriously at the time. Now, a lot of people were like, oh, Disney knew that he did this, he tweeted this. I'm like, well, that's not necessarily true because at the time, they probably weren't looking back at old tweets. They probably weren't having someone who's like a social media police and went out and researched this.
Especially that fucking far back.
This came to light because a particular person who had beef with James Gunn had these tweets somehow either saved or bookmarked and drudged them up.
Okay.
And this person literally said, I'm going to end your career. Literally to him on Twitter. And when he brought this up, this is stuff that, I mean, let's be real. Big companies sometimes miss shit. Especially from a decade ago, from a medium that may or may not have been that big at the time. Now we see this shit come up, and Disney's gonna make a stand and be like, well, you may have said this, but you did say this at one point. He did apologize way later. He literally had years from 2009 to 2012 where he stopped in 2012 and then apologized. But you still have those years where he's tweeting out super inappropriate shit.
One quick side point, though, and I'm not trying to step on your shit, but it is logical because he issued an apology, at least in my mind, that some kind of way Disney would have heard about the apology. This is just a year, right around
2012.
Wasn't it just a year before the production for Guardians of the Galaxy 1? Around that time, right?
The James Gunn shit?
Yeah. I don't know.
Is that, listen, Disney wants to pretend that they're all free and clear about some racist bullshit or some fucking questionable bullshit. If you go back in the day and look at Disney's stuff, there's some super fucking racist shit that is still out there today.
True.
Oh, yeah.
By Disney, and they're just like, oh, they're buying into this PC culture bullshit. Look, everybody has said and done some shit that's fucked up.
This is a lot, though.
It is a lot, but still, they've done some fucked up shit too.
I'm gonna read
their
some
hands
of
are not, and it's something that they knew about.
That's what I'm
just addressing now.
They knew about it.
I'm not 100% that they knew about it. Because the reason why I brought this up, because this is a decade ago when Facebook was king and Twitter was barely coming up, and people were dismissive of Twitter back then because a lot of celebrities were on it and they were all talking shit and everyone was dismissive
this is more
about
than
it.
Talking shit, though.
Yeah, it is more than talking shit, but I'm just saying in general, a lot of celebrities are on there saying a lot of stupid shit, and he kind of jumped on there, even though he has his like friends and stuff that he kind of retweets to about certain events.
I don't believe that. I think that they knew.
I don't think they knew. Because Disney's a big company, like I said, and I don't think they had someone researching everyone they had.
Yes, that's what you do when you're a big company and you hire somebody and you pay them millions of fucking dollars. You go through their fucking old social media shit, especially when it's fucking public. That's no excuse.
When they hired him, I don't think they had that position then. I don't know. I can't say.
Get the fuck out of here. You tell me 10 years ago Disney wasn't big as fuck?
No. I'm saying they didn't have someone vet him because what they were looking at is his work.
Please fucking stop right now. You're being ridiculous.
I'm saying they're looking at his work.
You don't just look at somebody's work. You have to vet them to see if they're a fit for Disney. If you're imagining that all of a sudden 10 years ago they wouldn't make sure that some guy wasn't talking shit about some questionable subjects because they're Disney. I mean, come on now, man. They have to do that kind of shit. They have to do their due diligence to look up who the fuck they're hiring. Especially when it comes to questionable material.
So, Roseanne...
Let me just, hold on, even before you get into the Roseanne shit. I don't have no Disney director job. There's background searches on my black ass. You know what I mean? Like,
because you're black.
Yeah, but, true.
That's true.
But I'm just saying, like, background checks are a thing, and they've been a thing for a long time.
And you're saying background check includes a social media data mine?
Yes. A quick Google search would let you know, oh, this person has a Twitter. Let's, go down that rabbit hole a little. I mean, literally, he's a public figure, and he's been a public figure for a long time.
That's a lot of fucking tweets to go through, though.
Yeah, three years of tweets that are all fucked up.
I'm sure there is technology that can assist you with that search if you really are doing your due diligence.
You still have to read it, though.
The reason why I say that they probably didn't vet at that time that they hired him is, I mean, if you look at Roseanne Barr, she's had a questionable fucking past, both racist and fucked up, and yet they brought her show back. They knew what they were getting into.
Hey, you are probably right in terms of Roseanne's history,
which is well known.
That maybe, again, I didn't know all about some of her history in between her show ending way back in the day and the shitstorm earlier this year. So I get you on that. Sometimes things do fall through the cracks. I can say that, but in general, you have to say Roseanne got a few episodes of a rebooted show. He's had 2 movies in the past 6 years, 6 years, something like that. 4 big movies, big budget movies for Disney. So he's been in bed with them for a while now, right?
Yeah, he's been in bed with them for a minute. So
I'm gonna read some of the tweets that with the controversy.
I'm sure they're fucked up.
Yeah, I'm gonna read the ones that are fucked up because they're kind of highlighted on here. So one of the tweets, he says, "The Hardy Boys and the mystery of what it feels like when Uncle Ben fits me. Hashtag sad children's book." The Expendables was so manly. I fucked the shit out of the little pussy boy next to me. The boy are back in town.
God damn. Yeah.
This one's kind of my favorite one. This one's kind of funny to me.
You have a favorite one?
This one's funny. I don't know why, but it's all, this hotel shower is weak as ever. It feels like a 3-year-old was peeing on my head. That's kind of funny to me, I guess.
That's warped.
That's some R. Kelly shit.
Oh shit.
Honestly, it's the best policy. Tell your 3-year-old you're laughing thing. Wait, fuck, these don't make sense. Tell your 3-year-old you are laughing thinking of me fucking 3PO. He's appreciated when he's older.
God damn, dude. Yeah.
All these little boy thingies on here, like
he talks about little boys
giving kids blowjobs and not the little boy.
So what's not in the picture that you're looking at? There's tweets about rape, what they're not in this picture.
Oh yeah, there's one that like
there's one in there that I know for sure is not in that picture.
Look, they're all. Well, the ones I've read are all bad. You know, they're all down a real ugly rabbit hole. And I understand. Don't get me wrong about freedom of speech bullshit. Disney has the ability to fire or hire whoever the fuck they want to.
This is true. I mean, they got the money to, and not only that. From what I understand, my understanding is that he deleted these tweets after he apologized, and like I said, this one particular person who had a grudge brought them up.
Yeah. Because a lot of people didn't know this. A lot.
Oh yeah, no.
And the public did not know.
Yeah, but this one person did, who threatened him and said, "I'm going to end you," and bring up this shit that he did, and he had already apologized, but it was already like years ago.
Yep.
So
that person is Baron Zemo. Like he literally he broke up the Avengers. Like pretty much he was able to do.
He also came after another. He also came after another celebrity doing the same thing. So,
but okay, you can't have this happen if you don't tweet this terrible shit. Let's not put wishy-washy blame on just the person who blew the whistle.
Oh yeah, no.
Gunn was not fucking hacked. He wasn't.
No, he wasn't hacked.
He's admitted to this. This was him.
Yeah, and he admits that he says that he was joking, but I mean these are really bad jokes. Really bad.
Yeah, they're bad jokes. But I mean, we said some questionable shit on here before too.
Yes, we
not like this. Not about raping boys or raping women or
being raped
or or.
I'm sure somebody listens to this podcast or has like there's a person in particular that I'm thinking of that we got in like a DM Twitter war with. Mm-hmm. They'll probably say we did some questionable shit.
Yeah, but fuck her.
Not on this level.
Yeah, they would probably put it on this level.
She may have, but I mean, these tweets I've seen are like literally like talking about assaulting and like young boys.
Well, but here's the problem though, is that I'm not going to defend them. I don't want to like go into that because there's comedians. Obviously he's not a comedian.
Yeah.
But there's comedians that say way worse shit. Yep. They can do with that shit all the time. And they're still getting fucking work. And for somebody to be like, I find it hard to believe. I don't believe it that Disney hired this guy not knowing about his background. It's fucking literally impossible.
Yeah. My belief system tells me, or just the logical side of me tells me that Disney did know. They gave him 2 movies. The other thing is Disney has the ability to hire someone who I believe is probably going to do just as well with Guardians 3 as James Gunn. I don't think the secret sauce is only in James Gunn's head for having a successful Guardians movie. I don't think
he had a team of people help him out.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
the MCU will keep moving and making money without him. And same with Guardians.
I'm looking at some of the stuff that he's done, and some of it is... I can see like his body of work. Like he did the movie Super. If you've ever seen Super, it's like a fucked up indie superhero film that has some really fucked up shit. He does a segment in movie 43. If you've ever seen that, it's a really... Ain't
nobody seen these movies, man.
Yeah, but movie 43 has an all-star cast, but they deal with really fucked up situations.
Who's the head actor?
They're all different segments.
Who's the head actor?
It's got to be a lead, bro.
Because they're only in one segment. Because like Hugh Jackman's... Because like each segment's a little... It's like watching Four Rooms or fucking...
They need to do a close-up on your face. Like...
Yeah, it's like... I can't say who's the lead because like I can tell you who's in it.
It don't matter, man. Ain't nobody seeing that shit.
Who the fuck was in it on Ninja? I'll fucking play. Yeah. All right, who was in it?
Hugh Jackman, Kate Winslet.
All right.
And Halle Berry.
What year?
This came out in 2013.
All right.
That's a while ago. All right.
Wait, what movie was it?
Movie 43.
Is that the one that's like CGI or some shit like that? Or?
No, it's like a bunch of comedy segments and put in. Oh, fucking what's his name's in it?
Oh, I did see. That's one where Halle Berry, she's like, switch body with some dude, or like
no, they try to one up each other where they fuck each other up. Terrence Howard's in it.
All right,
he did a Scooby-Doo movie.
Bottom line, James Gunn is known for Guardians more than anything else he's ever done in his entire fucking life. He ain't doing no more Guardians. Well, best of luck to him, but he done fucked up years ago and he got called out for it. Disney ain't playing that shit, I guess.
He told some bad jokes.
Yep.
Real bad.
Fuck him. God damn. There was another person that stepped into some shit. Dan Harmon.
Oh, shit. What the fuck? Nerds everywhere are fucking raging right now.
I said Hammond.
Holy shit.
I fumbled.
So the guy that brought up the tweets for James Gunn did the same thing for Hammond.
It's the same dude?
Same guy.
Whoa. I didn't know that.
You didn't see that? Same guy.
But James Harmon...
Dan Hammond?
Dan. Jesus Christ, you fucked me up. Your lunacy is fucking...
Stokes!
We see how Adult Swim is. They're standing up for him.
Yes, they are.
Unlike fucking Disney.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Because they knew who the fuck they hired.
They did. And they know he is the breadwinner at not Comedy Central, Adult Swim, the Cartoon Network. Rick and Morty is fucking popular.
I'm not arguing that it's not popular, but I'm like, Adventure Time's pretty fucking popular.
Yeah, but look, in terms of merchandise and all the other stuff, look, they shut down McDonald's based on some secret sauce shit.
It's Szechuan sauce. Get that shit right.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't do that for Adventure Time.
Like, they were so, like, that was so successful that McDonald's brought it back.
Yeah, exactly.
For a limited time, they had it available, and that shit fucking sold out like hotcakes.
Yeah. People were rioting them at Mickey D's.
People chanting, where's my Szechuan sauce and shit?
Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, so I didn't hear the Dan jokes or whatever. They seemed like they were bad too.
It's a like skit or some shit. It's like a little.
Well, then it is in the realm of comedy, then, right? I mean, if it's a skit, then it's supposed to be comedy, even if it's dark comedy, right?
Yeah, it's just apparently it's like racist and in poor taste or some shit like that.
I mean, how long ago was this? I'm backpedaling.
I don't know, man. It's just like if somebody told me that the creators of South Park did some fucked up shit. It's like, yeah, fucked up shit. I don't really give a shit. Yeah. Like that's why I like them.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why people today they want to give passes to some people but not other people. You know what I mean? It's like there's fucked up jokes out there. And I understand there's fucked up jokes. Jokes are actually made to offend. If you don't believe that, then you don't fucking understand how jokes work. So the James Gunn shit, it was some heinous shit, but I mean, he was joking. I don't think if he actually did some shit like that, then it'd be fucked up.
Yep.
Same thing with Dan Harmon. If he did some shit like that, it'd be fucked up. But there's supposed to be jokes, and there's a whole bunch of offensive jokes that happened today and back in the day that, I mean, look at, I'll give you a perfect example, would be, Eddie Murphy.
There you go.
He made a lot of jokes about, I'm going to quote him, in saying faggots.
Yes, he did.
Back in the day. The guy's still fucking working. Nobody really gives a shit because they knew that back in the day, that's the way it was, right? And he made really fucked up jokes about the gay community, and he's still working.
Yeah.
And it's not a problem. And he's since changed his ways. And I think they should afford the same, I guess...
leeway?
Yeah, leeway to other people, because just because you say something like 10 years ago doesn't mean you're that person forever.
True.
You know what I mean? At the same time, though, there's some people that are like that, where you say something back then, you're still the same fucking person, and you're probably still a piece of shit. There's other people that they can say it and change their mind,
And I'm gonna also say that, at least for me, I put like my line of demarcation or whatever between you doing a comedy skit or being on stage, even back in the 70s or 80s or early 90s and shit, versus you just mouthing off in an interview, you just mouthing off, not in a comedy setting, but in a very obvious, just these are my views.
Right.
So,
well, that's what's difficult about it. So, to me, when James Gunn put out those tweets, it was clear that he was trying to joke about it. Mm-hmm. But there were jokes in poor taste, and he's not a comedian.
Yeah, he sure ain't.
So, and that shows because they weren't that popular. What he said.
I feel like he's going to be all right, though. I think some big studio is going to pick him up. He's still going to do movies. Might be a few years, like a year or two, but I think he's going to get picked up. I don't think he's going to be blackballed.
R. Kelly still makes music, so
There you go.
Speaking of R. Kelly, he's got like a new song out that's 12 minutes long.
I can't listen to that.
Oh God, yeah. So this is what Dan Harmon thing was. It was a pilot for Channel 101. It resurfaced on 4chan from the Donald who happens.
I thought there's new chicks on there.
There's all kinds of shit. Like Darchan, I feel like 4chan is like
the pink web,
gray web. Yeah, like the gray web. Who's this guy? Mike Cernovich. This is the guy who outed James Gunn, and then he did the same thing for Dan Harmon on 4chan. He is the handle The Donald, which I guess is some subreddit on Reddit. The video contains child rape jokes, including scenes of Harmon pretending to rape a baby doll.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
This
I don't
is the
care.
weird thing, though, is that there's been way worse shit that's been done on fucking Family Guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's fine. And I don't understand why
They have a pedophile on Family Guy. They've always had a pedophile on Family Guy.
Yeah, and nobody has a problem with it. Nobody questions, I forget the creator's name, Seth
MacFarlane.
Yeah. I guess it's all in context on how much you decide you want to be offended today.
And I guess there's a difference between live action versus animated.
I mean, it's jokes are jokes, you know.
What was the Dan Harmon shit animated, or was
No, it's not animated.
It wasn't an actual child. You know what I mean?
It's not an actual child, but hey, if you've ever seen a Serbian film, there's a reason why it's banned in the U.S.
I can't deny or confirm.
You can't confirm or deny if you've seen it. Yeah, so a lot of shit's coming out. I mean, I feel like there's just people that are petty that are trying to get these people that are making, great content and trying to fuck their shit up.
There's some of that. There's definitely some of that, and some people just want to see somebody get fired and whatnot, and be the person responsible for releasing that information. Totally get that.
They just want to watch the fucking world burn.
They sure do. I mean, I do too. I like watching. I like destroying people's world.
And I'm not some apologist. Listen, if they did some really fucked up shit, actually did fucked up actions, then yeah, fuck them. But they're trying to make fucking jokes and they fucked up their joke or whatever. You don't fucking get it. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Actions are way more important to me than words. So
I want more Pickle Rick. That's what I want.
yeah.
So then I have to ask you this, Curtis.
Yeah.
If Lena Dunham said her statements were jokes, then would that change your opinion about it?
They weren't jokes.
I'm saying if she did, though.
No, she couldn't, because the problem that I have with Lena Dunham is in her own biography, she wrote about putting foreign objects in her little sister's vagina, and that is not a joke. That was literally what she did in her own fucking words, and she's a piece of shit. And she's done other fucked up shit about claiming all kinds of just stupid. She's stupid as fuck.
Ain't no jokes with that.
Yeah, there's no joke. There's no joke angle there.
Yeah, well, I remember one in particular. I think the last time we talked about her is that she said that she wished she had been raped.
Goddamn.
So she could empathize with rape victims.
Yeah, that wasn't a joke because she said it in front of somebody that got raped.
Yeah.
I think you said in several people who've been raped.
Yeah, and that's not a joke. So, if you say something in jest, there's definitely context, right? But the context that she was speaking in was not a joke context.
Can't give people passes, man. Fuck her. We've talked about her. Her fucking ass.
Yeah, if you don't understand my clear line on that shit, we can talk about it at length if you want, but it's very easy for me to break it down for you.
I should go back on our YouTube channel. We have a B Than BTI rant on Lena Dunham, and it's good.
That is one of our best ones.
Yeah, and the fucked up part is that I actually used to like Lena Dunham because I used to watch Girls, the show, when I thought it was a decent show, and all of a sudden it fucking went it got way worse.
Yeah.
And it ended up being all the same shit, and it was
her
just
getting fucked.
Wasn't Supreme Leader on there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where
I think
is sort of his big start. And actually, so was fucking Childish Gambino. Donald Glover's on
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Did Adam Driver were they dating in real life when they kind of first started? I think they broke up after.
I don't know, but they were on the show. They were fucking.
Yeah, I heard on the show they're fucking for sure.
There it is.
Whatever.
I want to go back to something from a few weeks ago because there's more information now, and people keep ducking their heads in the fucking sand like ostriches on this bullshit. But Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man and Wasp really didn't set the fucking world on fire in the goddamn box office, and people keep fucking arguing with me, but the numbers are fucking out. I don't understand why it is that people can't like say, hey, out of all the MCU movies, this is ranked number 19th right now, you know, that means that it's not doing well relative to other MCU movies in the box office. Why is that so controversial? Why are MCU fans so bitch made on this when it seems like you already had Infinity War and Black Panther did so well? This one is a slight dud. That's okay. Well, but MCU fans don't want to admit that.
350 million.
Rank 19th.
Yeah, but they're going against
all
like,
but I'm saying
high-ranking movies.
But hold on. But I'm saying by MCU standards, it's not doing very well.
I mean, look at the original Ant-Man. Did that make like that?
It made way more, I believe. So they've made. It was released on
3 weeks ago.
July 6th, and it's only made $360 million worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is, again, the 19th out of, what, 20, 21 movies? Or, you know, something like that in the MCU. That's objectively, if you're 19th out of 20th or 21, you're not doing well in the box office. So why do people want to argue with that?
When you're comparing
those are fucking facts.
When you're comparing it to other MCU movies, then yeah. But when you're comparing it to other movies that came out, summer movies,
compare it to the last fucking movie, bro.
The last other movie was fucking Infinity War.
No, the last Ant-Man.
Last Ant-Man. Oh.
Made $500 million. This is not going to make $500 million.
Yeah, it's not. Relatively speaking, it's not doing that well, and that's okay. I'm not shitting on it. I didn't see it, but you know, people act like because it's an MCU film, it has to be an $800 million or almost $1 billion movie, and it's just not that case.
Yeah, that's not the case. Opening weekend, it only made $75 million.
Yeah, it didn't set the world on fire. Goddamn it!
And that was number one.
Yeah, and then immediately that was it was only number one for that week, and then it dropped from there. It's not killing it at the box office.
To kind of be fair about the movie, like you mentioned this too about like other shows that have came out since the Infinity War about how like it kind of takes you away because like half the population's gone. And Ant-Man, I think a lot of people felt that way too. Like maybe they felt like, well, Infinity War happens. Like, why would I want to watch this? Like, I want to watch Infinity War 2 before I watch some other kind of content because Infinity War 2 is going to explain about a whole bunch of shit. So Ant-Man just kind of came out kind of too late. I mean, not too late, but like, you know, they're coming against a juggernaut. Like, Infinity War did really well, and for them to have the Ant-Man, I mean, I can understand why it isn't doing as well as the other MCU movies.
And some people might have had other expectations. Like, they probably thought that this is after Infinity War, and half the population should be gone, when it's really like concurrent with Infinity War.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if this one necessarily needed to be made. I don't think a whole bunch of people were begging for another Ant-Man movie.
It was still a fun movie. Like, I mean, even the first Ant-Man, like, I kind of felt like they needed an Ant-Man movie.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah,
I didn't hate it either. I'm just...
I mean, don't get me wrong. Ant-Man and Wasp is a fun film, but it's not like it's not an Oscar-worthy film. It's not like a.
I'm not even talking about critics. I'm not even talking about critics. I'm just talking literally just butts and seats.
So butts and seats, like $350 million. A lot of movies wish they had that kind of money.
True, but this is a big budget movie.
This is a big budget movie. I mean, it's gonna make its money back. I mean,
I'm not saying it had a negative ROI. I'm not.
I do think that like what Blue said, timing might have been an issue.
Yeah.
So,
but it wasn't timing.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
Timing for this latest Ant-Man?
Yeah.
What other big movie came out around Ant-Man?
No, as far as like being in line in the MCU universe.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, I understand there was like another big blockbuster that came out at the time, but it made very little money on opening weekend.
Yeah.
Very little.
Yeah. By compare, I mean, here's the thing, man. Come on now. Like, Justice League bombed. We know that.
Because it was bad.
It was a bad movie, and it bombed. And everybody was ripping it to shreds. We all feel that Beavis should have made $1 billion and didn't. Even though it made a lot of money, it didn't quite get up to
which is weird. It got shit on, but it made retarded money.
Yeah, it got, I think, all the way up to close to, if not all the way to $800 million, which is great money. But same time, this one, which had lower expectations, granted, it still hasn't even met those lower expectations.
But like
yet.
the reviews of the movie are pretty decent.
They
Like
are.
IMDb has it for 7.5, Rotten Tomatoes at 87%.
Yeah, it's a fun film. It's just, I think Blue says, I think people want more Thanos. They want to know what happened to their heroes. Ant-Man does not give you that.
Yeah.
And since
It's
he wasn't
literally just him.
Yeah, and plus since he wasn't in Infinity War, people are like, why do I need to care, basically?
Yeah.
I'm also going to say this too. I don't think people, because they didn't know of her really prior to this, and that's the MCU's
Wasp?
fault. I don't think people gave a shit about the Wasp being in a movie either.
Oh.
If we're honest,
I would say Ant-Man is almost a filler movie.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like with Voltron, there's like that one episode that's just a silly episode.
Yeah.
So this is like it's a comedy, and it's a MCU movie.
Yeah, I do like Ghost though. Ghost is bad.
Woo! But look at recent history. Civil War over $1 billion, Black Panther over $1 billion, Doctor Strange I think 800 million, Ragnarok 800 million, Infinity War 2 billion. Those are all recent MCU movies, and this one is sitting at what 300 million?
350, 360.
One of these things is not like the fucking other. You know what I mean? Like we got to be honest here.
That's DCEU numbers right there.
Right?
Oh, god damn.
If this had been a DCEU movie, people would be ripping it to fucking shreds on the box office. Because it's the MCU, people don't want to touch it. They're kind of dancing around it. Well, maybe let me fucking put some shine on this and backpedal. Don't be a fucking ostrich, goddammit. That's what I say.
Well, no, I'm like kind of jumping back to the DC thing. Like all of the DC movies got bad reviews, but
Yeah,
like Ant-Man and Wasp is like it's got
solid.
good
It's a
reviews.
solid film. It's a solid film.
Butts and
It's
seats.
It's a solid film. It's just not. I don't think it's what audience like got. I think they wanted further MCU stuff. They wanted to see or further Thanos stuff. Like what happened to the heroes? Does this continue? And if you don't get that, you're like, well, you tell your friends, hey, this doesn't show you what happens after Thanos' thing. So
It doesn't.
But you wouldn't know that unless you watched it.
yeah, like if you tell other people, word of mouth, right?
Yeah, but the first week, it would still have a huge opening weekend, though.
And they didn't. Yeah. Let me ask you this. I'm just going to put it out there. I don't have a stance one way or another. Has Disney put out too many movies this year?
As far as comic or
Just
movie in general?
just Disney movies, because Incredibles would be under that tent too.
Nah.
No.
But Incredibles did well.
Nah. Disney's gonna.
Solo came out this year, didn't do well.
No, it did not.
I'm just
Nah. Disney's gonna put out movies all.
okay. It's the right number though.
Right number in film. You know what? They can put out whatever they fucking want.
All right.
As long as what matters is if it's fucking good. That's what matters.
Damn.
I don't give a
Well,
fuck.
what matters is that
If it's good,
butts
it's
and
got to be
seats.
good.
Well,
Yeah, exactly. If it's good, it'll put butts and seats.
I just looked up how much money The Incredibles 2 made. They are on the rink of $1 billion.
Yeah.
$941 million.
And-
But
$200 billion or $200 million budget.
Go ahead.
right, so it's yes and no. What you said. No is in they're still making money, but yes is in there's a lot of fucking flops in there too. They're just they're kind of throwing shit against the wall at this point.
Speak on it. You gonna cough on it?
A little spittle on there.
Spittle.
Sorry, A Wrinkle in Time.
Was that this year?
Yeah, that was this year. Did not do well. There's a Nutcracker movie coming out. Christopher Robin is gonna bomb. I can tell you right now.
I don't know. I think
Mary
I might-
Poppins is probably gonna bomb.
I'm gonna watch that one.
Solo bombed. Bao, which comes out later this year, it's a Pixar movie. I don't think it's gonna do very well. There's a zombie musical movie that is not gonna do well. There's a movie called Gigantic, which is not gonna do well. I'm just calling these ahead of time because I know they're not gonna do well. But obviously, I mean, they had Black Panther, they had Infinity War, they had a bunch of other movies. So I think they're just kind of like using a shotgun approach to making some of their films at this point.
Oh, but there's also
That's some hard truth. Look at them breaking down them facts.
well, there's also Wreck-It Ralph, which will probably do well.
Wait, that's this year?
Yeah,
Is that
Wreck-It Ralph is in the fall. Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet.
Right. I think that's going to do well too, but there's still a lot of bombs on this list.
I think for the ones that have came out already, I mean, they pretty much bomb. But some of them, they're different genres, so like not many people are gonna go see those versus like the big blockbusters like The Incredibles and all the Marvel movies.
Incredibles exceeded expectations. Black Panther exceeded expectations. But never forget that Solo is the first Star Wars movie in quite a while that didn't cross $1 billion.
Oh, why did I even hear about this movie? So Gigantic came out early this year, and I never heard of it.
Whoa! Was that in U.S. theaters?
Is that a DVD?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. It's from the directors of Tangled.
What the? That's
Never
a big
fucking heard of
movie.
it.
Wow.
Is it Netflix exclusive?
I know. Well, that was a short. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a short in front of The Incredibles.
There's supposed to be a Big Hero 6 sequel this year. I don't fucking
What?
think so.
Well, hold on. They have the animated TV cartoon.
Yeah, but that's not
weird.
a sequel though.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm just saying.
Night on Bald Mountain. Never heard of it.
Wait, what?
Oliver Twist.
Wait. They're making a movie about Night on Bald Mountain.
Yeah, Oliver Twist
Holy
is gonna
shit.
fucking bomb. Prince Charming is gonna bomb. Rose Red. Never heard of it. Sister Act. Really?
Wait, Sister Act with Whoopi?
That's not coming out this year.
That's a remake.
Get the fuck out of here.
Are they bringing Whoopi back?
Snow White. Yeah, there's a lot of shit on here that's not gonna stick.
I'm gonna say Snow White will probably make money just like Beauty and the Beast.
They already made a Snow White movie.
Really?
It was Snow White and the Hunchman.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
yeah,
that's true.
Years ago. Not
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah, but like it's already been done.
Yeah,
Like,
this is true.
but
Yeah,
again and again, they are making live action versions of their movie that
Yeah,
are based off of their old anime.
Oh yeah, because
Beauty and the Beast knocked it out. I mean, I didn't see it, but it went well over $1 billion.
Oh, you know what's coming out live action this year? It's fucking Dumbo.
Oh God, I don't want any part of that.
Dumbo might.
Yeah,
I mean,
that might flop.
it's a Tim Burton film. It might do well.
No, Tim Burton films have not done well for a fucking very long time. Fight me on this shit, internet. Fight me on this shit. He hasn't made a good movie in a long time.
I mean, Batman I love.
I mean,
Yeah,
the Charlie
that
and
was
the
like
Chocolate
when we were
Factory is
what?
weird.
That was back before our balls dropped.
Oh god damn.
I went back and watched it. It's still good, but
Wait, who?
Well, yeah, but it was a long time ago. Well, a long time ago.
Edward
What's
Scissorhands.
what's his latest blockbuster movie?
I think what was it? Charlie and the Chocolate
That
Factory.
was not a blockbuster.
That movie
Get the fuck out of
bombed.
here.
I don't think it bombed.
Yeah, I don't think it bombed.
the
Hold on, we gotta check this out.
Research. That movie was fucking awful though. I watched it. It was fucking.
It was
that.
fucking weird.
It was weird.
I hated that movie.
Fucking
like a
weird.
passion.
I was
I'm gonna say at least 350 million worldwide for that one. I'm gonna say. I got my fingers fucking crossed. Don't disappoint me, internet.
Oh, you're okay.
475.
Woo, that was an awful movie.
That's almost
than
half
that.
$1 billion.
Oh, that's right.
Better
So
than that.
he had that Alice in Wonderland movie,
Wonderland.
That was awful
Alice in
too, but it made $1
Wonderland,
billion.
but it made a lot of money.
Yeah, it made $1 billion.
Dark Shadows, I actually watched. That movie was shit. Frankenweenie, I didn't
yeah,
watch.
you piss it a lot.
Yeah. Oh, the last one was Miss Pettigreen's Home for Peculiar Children.
That movie was funny. I kind of enjoyed that one.
Let's switch gears a little bit back to San Diego Comic-Con for a second. There was a panel. My dumbass did not know this, but it is pronounced Verb,
Oh, I don't think anybody knew that.
not VRV. So when you talk to people who work for this organization, like the PR folks who are super nice, and shout out to them, Amy and
Beyonce?
Brittany, I think.
Did you say Beyonce?
You said Beyonce. Her name was not Beyonce. God damn it. But when you talk to people who work for this organization, call the organization Verve, and don't be like a dumbass like Prodigy and say VRV and have her look at you like your ass is retarded.
Well, I always thought it was VRV because it's 3 capital letters, but
Yeah.
yeah, it is pronounced Verve.
Yeah, what was the name of the panel we went to? It was all about animation in general and the animation industry.
We went to 2 of them for Crunchyroll and Verve. The first one we went to was Innovation and Animation.
Yeah.
And that's where we met one of the was he like one of the executives for?
Yeah, the head of a director or VP of programming for Verve.
His name was Gabriel or Gabe. Was it Gabriel or Gabe?
Yeah, Gabe.
Gabe. But yeah, we got to watch that panel, and they kind of went into details about like how the industry is changing, how Verve actually acquired all these different animation companies,
Yep.
and how they brought it all underneath the same umbrella, and that Verve is not a subsidiary, but it started off as something that Crunchyroll created,
Yep.
and it became bigger than that, and it was a really good, interesting panel about how that whole industry worked.
Absolutely. Right out of San Francisco. So hopefully
Yes.
we're hoping to be able to do a nice tour and interview with them in San Francisco to sucker free.
Yeah, what's so great about Verve is that the way like all the content they have in there, it's all like in one place. So like if you have an anime that you want to watch in subtitles, you can do that. But like for example, like for Dragon Ball Super, you can watch it in subtitles on Crunchyroll, but then you can go over to Funimation and watch it dubbed, like the way that's airing like on Cartoon Network right now. Yep. So like you have that option now, and all that's kind of rolled into Verve. But then there's kind of like their own kind of content they have on there too. Like there's they're working with Frederator. Yeah. And there's a show called The Bravest Warrior, which you can actually watch on YouTube or on Verve, which is kind of like the same animation style as Adventure Time, and it's just about this space. It's almost like a comedy of Star Wars, where you have these people in space, and this guy, he's just kind of a badass trying to hit on girls and stuff like that.
It looked great.
Pretty funny.
It looked great. The other one they have that I loved is Gary and his Demons. I watched the first episode. Funny. Literally, there's just this guy who like works in an office battling fucking demons, badass style, killing them, chopping them up. He dismembers a child in the pilot. This is worth watching. Dude, it's dank.
It's like the episode Prodigy's talking about. Like this guy, he's like a skinny, like pencil neck guy. Like he doesn't look like a badass like demon hunter or something like that. And he's chasing after this demon, and he runs down into this alley, and all of a sudden there's just like this little kid there. He's all, I'm a little orphan kid, and like I don't have any money. He's like, yeah, no, you're that fucking demon. He's all, no, I'm a little orphan kid. My family's sick, and I'm this and that. And he's like, how come your clothes are so nice? He's like, oh, I had to steal this from somebody because I don't have money for clothes. And he's like, man, your story is sounding really good. You're making this really hard. Like I'm getting kind of convinced. But then eventually he like stabbed the kid, and all of a sudden a demon like goes flying over. Like he wasn't in the kid, he was like somewhere else. And they pan back to the kid, and he's like crying because like half his body's shredded in half. It was so fucking funny.
You see how context makes it okay to kill children?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yes. And it was funny. We all laughed.
Mm-hmm. But all of a sudden you're James Gunn.
Yeah.
It's not funny anymore.
Oh yeah. Disney ain't hiring my ass. They're gonna see too many fisting vids.
Fisting and shitting vids.
Oh yeah.
But after the panel, Prodigy did a little networking with Gabe, and that's when we started. Or actually, you went up and asked a good question too, because there were people coming up asking questions. But what question you asked? Do you remember?
Something along the lines of how did you acquire some of these subsidiaries, or getting Funimation under there, and Geek and Sundry and Nerdist and all this other stuff. And he was just like, man, we working hard for the money, man.
Yeah, it was funny too, because later on when we were talking to Gabriel, Prodigy had asked like, hey, you know what would be good on your show is fucking Black Dynamite, and the dude was like, we've been trying to get that show. Like Crazy Prodigy was reading the dude's mind, and I was like, y'all need to get Boondocks up in there too. He thought we've been trying to get that too.
They should have got Black and Black to Infinity on that show.
Yeah.
You know
what? They have some live action podcasts I see on there too.
I'm not trying to sell, but it'd be a good fit.
Man, you ain't had this level of dangness.
For reals. But the other panel we checked out, which was like the next day, was the Crunchyroll Industry panel, which they talked about the latest and hottest anime today, which was kind of lukewarm.
Yeah, I mean,
some cool shows on there, but
yeah, some of the shows look quasi interesting, but I could watch trailers kind of on my own, and that's what it was. It was really more of a trailer panel.
Yeah.
But we will see. Nothing wowed me for the coming season. You know what I mean? Like made me get out of my seat and fucking clap quite yet. But we'll see. And then Crunchyroll Expo is coming up in September, where hopefully we'll hear much more. And we plan to be in the motherfucking house.
We should be there, right? We have passes for that, or
not quite yet. They haven't distributed them, but we have applied.
We've talked to the people, and they were like, "Yeah, we haven't got to it yet."
We were there last year, so we should be there this year.
Yeah.
But we're also hopefully we can get a panel in there.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to deliver that dankness there.
Yeah.
Let's rewind a little bit. There was one other thing that I want to mention that was on the floor for Comic-Con that blew my fucking mind. The Spider-Man PS4 game was live and playable.
Yes.
Y'all gonna nut in your fucking pants when you play this one. I think it has some serious potential to light up all gamers' fucking lives, basically, in terms
any
of
Spider-Man fans busting their pants.
Arkham level of greatness, but in the Spider-Man world.
All right, so this next portion of the podcast is going to be brought to you by Loot Crate, even though the whole time we've been talking about a convention.
There we go.
So
we still got more.
Yeah, we got more. So basically what Loot Crate is, it's like Comic-Con in a box. You get a cool t-shirt, which I don't think anyone's wearing a t-shirt, but we're all wearing T-shirts, but we're not wearing a Loot Crate T-shirt. But you get a T-shirt, some kind of cool toy, and other little knickknacks in the box, and it's always random stuff. It's really cool. If I hadn't been moving right now, you would see Loot Crate stuff in the background. But
Ice King over there is.
It's not on the. There we go. Oh, and actually, so is the Expanse. This is both of these items right here. The Expanse. This is the Rocinante and the Ice King here from Adventure Time. These are both from Loot Crate. These are things that you get in the box, and they also have theme boxes and boxes that are cheaper and more expensive. So I get like the basic one, so it's just like normal stuff. But they have like a cheaper version called Loot Wear, where they send you just a T-shirt and like some other kind of wearable item like socks or gloves or something like that. They also have a higher tier service called Loot DX, which is basically just higher. It's more stuff and higher quality stuff. And if you're part of Loot Crate, every month they have what's called the Mega Crate. And if you're part of Loot Crate, you get put in the drawing for Mega Crate, which can make you win big box items like TVs and consoles and stuff like that. So it's pretty dope. And some other theme crates are like Halo and God of War, WWE scenario, stuff like that. Firefly. I can't believe they have a Firefly one.
And they have what's the name of that anime movie they were coming out with? Alita the Battle Angel.
Yeah.
They have a Loot Crate box coming out for that. And just a little fun fact: if you're wearing a Loot Crate shirt when you go to one of these Comic-Con conventions and they're there, you get a prize.
Nice.
For free. So by wearing their swag, you get more swag. So check that out.
Yeah, so if you go to trylootcrate.com/B then BTI with a promo code of bridge10, as in a bridge you're walking over, and the number 10 as in 10, you will save yourself 10% on any new subscription. Once again, that is trylootcrate.com/B then BTI with a promo code of bridge10, as in a bridge you're walking over, and the number 10 to save yourself 10% on any new subscription. And now, on with the show.
Yes.
So, okay, since we left off on gaming, so one of the cool things about going to San Diego Comic-Con is that you can be walking around just running into some random ass fucking shit. Because when we were walking around, Prodigy and I, we came across a Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. They basically took over an entire restaurant and they had a demo of the game. Like, it was probably like maybe a good 30-minute demo of the game. And Prodigy and I got a chance to play it. I played it on the PC and you played it on the Xbox One, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we got to play it, and dude, that game was a lot of fun, but Prodigy didn't think so too much.
Hey, I have some trouble with puzzles. Prodigy don't do puzzles real well. There actually was a broken part, nearly broken part though. One of the jumps where you try to latch on and it just wasn't latching on. I died like 20 times. I was like, fuck this guy.
And I died at the same area too, but like you have to like get super close to the edge and like kind of double jump. Like yeah, it was fucked up, but
I liked everything else.
You got to be living on the edge.
Yeah.
But so
Aerosmith, man.
The gameplay for this was fucking ridiculous. So like Laura, she gets this dagger, and then for some reason this town gets all of a sudden flooded, and like people are fucking dying. Like there's a scene where like this little kid kind of hanging off a beam, and Laura's trying to get to him to try to rescue him, and he just fucking falls, and you just hear him scream like. But
see, kids dying. Proper contact.
Yeah, proper contact.
Name of the podcast: Kids Dying.
Yeah.
That's all.
Write that down.
Oh man, kids dying, proper content. But overall, I'm a fan of the Lara Croft games, and this game was a lot of fun. The PC that I was playing on was really well powered, so like the graphics and stuff look really good, and all the cutscenes were really cool. But overall, I'm super excited about this game. And we talked about the Spider-Man game that comes out September 7th, which is almost like 2 weeks away, and then Lara Croft comes out September.
About 5 weeks, but yeah.
September. I'm thinking August, but Lara Croft comes out like the 11th,
a week
after,
later, basically.
But one crazy thing about this Tomb Raider thing was that they had like a spin the wheel thing where you can spin the wheel to win prizes and stuff like that. And like some of the prizes they had, like an Xbox One, they had Xbox Live like 1 year subscription. They had some T-shirts. They had like a bunch of little things. But to be able to spin this wheel, you had to do a fucking challenge. And the main challenge was you had to eat a fucking bug.
Fear Factor style.
Yeah, straight Fear Factor style. They had cockroaches, scorpions, water beetles, and like you didn't have a choice of which one to eat. It was all like kind of randomized, and like they'll bring up the tray and lift it up, and you have to eat it all. So like for I think for the scorpion, there was one scorpion. For the roaches, there was 3 of them, and for the water beetles, I think there was 2 that you had to eat. But they were all fucking random, and you couldn't like spit it out. You can just eat a leg, and that'd be it. And you have to eat them all.
Many folks were doing it. Like,
this is why we need Tyrone Biggums.
Yeah,
fucking fun.
But the chances of you getting an Xbox One was like 1 out of like 20, and like you could eat all these fucking bugs and just win a goddamn T-shirt.
Yeah.
Or even like a pre-order code or something like that. But yeah, but one funny thing about that was that so there was 2 bars in there. Both bars were fucking empty, dude. Like nobody was getting drinks. Like I went over there to get a drink. There was like no line. I'm like, oh, let me get an old fashioned and a beer for Prodigy. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. But it was still a cool experience. They had people dressed up as Laura. Oh, they also had albino python there, right?
Yeah, python.
And they also had like this cool like kind of ball pit, but the balls were skulls. So like you can like jump in there and take pictures for your Instagram and stuff like that. So that was really fun.
Good shit. Good shit. One other quick thing from the con itself. We got a chance to go to some industry parties. National Geographic had one, and this had Leland Melvin, who's a famous astronaut that was actually played in the NFL. Took some pictures with him, and a whole bunch of just NASA fucking people, man. There, some really smart people. It was all to help promote Mars, which is a new show that they have on Nat Geo.
Actually, not a new
season. Or I'm sorry, this is season 2 for this show. That it involves both scripted and documentary style stuff. So there's some acting and then some documentary style. It looks fucking dope, man. So
and it was pretty cool.
A good party.
Because at the party, first of all, it was it was open bar, but they only had like wine and beer, which is kind of cool. But there was this one beer that had like the cap on the top. Instead of it just being like you have a little tab where you just open like the little mouth, the hole to open it. This whole part came off, and so you can like drink out of it like a goddamn cup.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just thought that shit was so fucking cool. But what another cool thing they had was that like they had a live DJ there, but on the side of the building they had a projection going onto there, and so like the building fucking started changing and morphing, and like all this cool shit started happening. And you actually can check that out on our Instagram. I was able to record it and post it up on there. But yeah, that was fucking dope. Like I've always wanted to see one of those shows where they project like images on the side of the building, and like because of the way the building looks, like it starts changing the actual atmosphere of the building. It's kind of fucking cool.
It's a cool party. And real quick, I'm going to transition a little bit. Blue got hit on by a mutant, and I think he's maybe going to become an X-Men. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Tell the stars of the Gifted. Which one was the one? Polaris?
Yeah.
Polaris wanted some of Blue. Let's just keep it.
So yeah, so we did an interview. It's not a red carpet. What kind of interview was that?
Yeah, that was red carpet style.
Oh yeah, it was red carpet style.
And I want to see. Here you go.
So that's Emma Dumont. Yeah. And
Dumont, depending on where she's from.
It's interesting because like she's kind of like on me, and like I didn't pay any mind, but like there's a few comments in the for the image saying like, damn, she seems to be into Blue. So I was like, oh, okay, she's hot. I'm not gonna lie, but but no. So before we were doing the interview, like she was just kind of standing there, and I recognized her from the soap. This is from The Gifted. She plays Polaris, and she was just standing there. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go over there and talk to her and see if I can get like a selfie or whatever. But like I walked over there, she was like super cool. She said hi, like what's your name? And I was like, can I get a selfie? She's like, yeah. I'm like, we did the selfie, and like we just started chit chatting and talking, and like cause at the San Diego Comic Con, her face is on the side of a fucking building. Yeah, and that's on our Instagram too. It's her face, but it's her face and the guy Solaris, I think his name is, or his character's name.
Polaris or what?
No, she's Polaris. He's Eclipse. His name is Eclipse.
There, that's one.
But it's 2 images. Hers is red and his is blue. And there's like special, like, you know, back in the 80s how they had like the 3D glasses, the red, blue 3D glasses. So if you look at the blue part, you'll see her, and if you look through the red part, you'll see him. And they actually had that on side of like buses and shit too. Yeah. So actually, there's another image, another picture. Actually, it is that one. So there should be multiple images on that one.
Yeah, but it definitely changes. I only saw her.
Yeah, there you go. So that's her, and then that's him.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that was actually pretty cool. And they had that like on the side of like their whole subway system or whatever the bullshit thing they had, the VTA thing or whatever. But yeah, so I was just chit-chatting with her, and it was funny because like I was talking to her, and I guess she was supposed to be in the green room, but she didn't know where that was, so she actually kind of bopped out a little bit later. But I went to the bathroom, and I had to really go because I actually was drinking before this. Prodigy hit me. I was like, hey man, where the fuck are you? I'm like, I'm on my way. Like I had the
drunk bitch.
But no, I had 2 drinks. Like I went to Roy's and I got a Hawaiian martini and a Mai Tai, and like I was on the other side of the goddamn the convention center. I had to rent like a fucking electric scooter to get to the other side, dude.
Damn.
But anyway, so back to the story. I was in the bathroom, right? And like I had to pee. I did my business, and as I'm fucking walking out, Bill fucking Compton, Vampire Bill from True Blood, comes walking up in there.
And he's on The Gifted.
And yeah, he's on The Gifted. He plays the dad. He's an attorney who's like helped fight for mutants, and then like shit kind of turns around and finds out his whole family's mutants. But he's walking in. I'm like, oh shit, it's Bill Compton. He's like, hey, how you doing, man? I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm like, I'm about to interview in a little bit. And what else giving a beat? He's like, why don't you just do the interview here, like right now?
In the bathroom?
Yeah, in the bathroom. I was like, oh, I don't know if that would be right. Yeah. I mean, it's not that kind of interview.
He's like, pulls his dick out. He's like, so what do you want to talk about, man?
He's like, hey, my eyes are up here.
I should be like, I think you gotta save that for sugar. But so like, I do my business and like I go back into the press room, and like Prodigy and I, like it was fucking cool because like there was like a whole bunch of camera crews in there, and on the floor had like all the names of the media that they're from, and ours was sitting there and it said Black and Black times infinity. I was like, oh shit, we didn't came up, but we were like third to last.
That don't matter.
Yeah, but it does not fucking matter. But it was crazy because like they told us because this was weird because they did the press thing before the panel, which limited the amount of time that we had. So the PR person came over, was like, all right, y'all guys got 1 minute and 2 questions, and that was all we could do. And the people were coming in groups of 2. So it was Bill Compton and his daughter from the show. It was Polaris and the triplets.
Woo, she bad. Smoke show.
Oh man. Woo. That girl is fine.
I forget her name, but yeah.
I forget her name too.
Her name is Natalie?
Her name is hot. It was her, and then it was Eclipse and the tracker guy, the Indian guy.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So there was only 3 groups, but as they slowly kept getting closer and closer, like I was like thinking of a question I would ask because we were limited time, but then like they kept telling us like you ran out of time, like we won't be able to get all your questions in. But yeah, Bill Compton and the girl, she comes over. They come over and I'm starting my interview, and dude, Bill Compton's funny as fuck. He was like, hey man, like I was like, hey, you know, this Black and Black Times Infinity, your boy Blue, blah blah blah. Like I'm here with the father, because I couldn't remember his name, his real name. I was like, yeah, I'm here with the father from The Gifted. I'm like, how you doing, man? He's like, I'm doing good, but man, we could have done this interview in the bathroom, like I told you, like, dude, like.
He put him on blast.
I was sitting there like the whole time thinking like, how can I make like joke around about him and I having an interview in the bathroom, and without skipping a beat, dude. He was like, hey, we could have had this interview in the bathroom like a long goddamn time ago. I was like,
that's a professional.
Yeah, that was fucking like he threw me off my game, but it was so cool. It was real fun. I got to ask him questions, but then like Polaris came over and the triplet girl. And I asked some questions too.
Oh, she bad too.
And dude, Polaris she's funny as fuck. Like she's a cool ass chick. Like I know she's like kind of new to acting and stuff like that. She hasn't been in a lot, but man, she's a lot of fun. And
she's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I kind of did a little cyber research on her, and like she's
stalking.
I was doing research, man. I had to find out like her background.
So
research purposes.
Yeah.
But no, like she was a professional ballerina. Like if you go back at her Instagram, she like does about dancing and stuff like that. She does ballet, but then she's also a mechanical engineer.
Oh wow!
Like she has there's like videos of her like creating stuff, like doing like metal shop shit.
Tony Stark shit.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, that's fucking dope. So, but that's like 2 universes you would never think that would collide. Being a ballerina and a fucking nothing in.
That's awesome.
But yeah, she was real cool.
You know what? We're gonna slide in them DMs. We're gonna try to get some more folk on the show.
Let's get her on the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she bad.
But yeah, that's the panel. But another funny story. Sorry, there was a lot of interesting stuff that had San Diego Comic-Con. So after the interview, like man, I was fucking like super like my adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
Just say you had blue balls. That's all you gotta say.
I wouldn't have blue balls. I was like super hyped. I was super hyped with the interviews and like interviewing like celebrities and stuff like that. I had to like catch myself for a moment. But then I went back to the bathroom, and as I'm fucking walking in, I see fucking Cloak from Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, shit.
Same fucking bathroom. He was just there chilling. And like I walked in there, and I paused. I was like, that dude looks familiar. I'm like, aren't you Cloak from Cloak and Dagger? He's like, hey, yeah, what's up, man? I'm like, can I get a selfie? And he was like, yeah, man, cool. I'm like, I tried to like chat with him a little bit, but I was like, nah, we're in the bathroom. I couldn't do an interview with Bill Compton, so I can't do an interview with him in here. But no, he was real cool, and I didn't know he was a rapper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a rapper, and apparently he's, I guess, good. I haven't heard any of his content, but like, yeah, from reviews I've seen.
I'll be the judge of that.
That last episode of Cloak and Dagger was fucking dope.
How deep are they? Six episodes?
7 or 8 episodes?
Yeah, something like that.
They're about to end, because I think there's only 10 this
I
season.
think there's 2 left.
Yeah,
because they're like, he fucked with this dude that was a cop that killed his dad, killed his brother. And it was like really good fucking with him.
I need to catch up, man.
Yeah, it's a good dude, and it's catching fire. Everyone's loving it.
I'm more invested in Cloak than I am with Dagger.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, the kid his acting chops is pretty decent in that show. Plus that Redbone he had sex with.
Oh, that Redbone bad ass.
Real quick too, we did get a chance to record a little bit. I don't know when Daniel's gonna put it out, but Daniel and Gian, we recorded with them. So me and Blue, and that was fucking fun.
I was tired as fuck though for that goddamn interview, and they have some bright ass fucking lights and shit, and man.
Yeah. I will say let's get obviously Kronos and Old Ninja back in here. Y'all been playing old ass No Man's Sky. What the fuck happened?
Yeah. So if you listen to this podcast for a while, you would know that I was super hyped for No Man's Sky, and then I was super fucking pissed at No Man's Sky on how much content there was not
at launch.
Yeah, at launch. And I've been hearing that they've been diligently working at adding in more and more content. And recently they have released a new patch called, or it's an update really. It's not even really a patch. It's almost like fucking DLC. It's called No Man's Sky Next, and it's really, in my opinion, it's No Man's Sky 2.
Wow. Okay, that much of a change.
Yeah, because literally it was a 10 gig fucking update.
That's a game.
And I think I saw on the note they said it was double the size of the actual game.
That's a new game.
Yeah, so when I came in, like the last time I played it was probably 2 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, that's about
when
right.
It launched, I played it for like 8 hours and I was like, you know what, I'm done. And I came back and I started from scratch, and it was like so drastically different. Like it was barely the same game.
Good.
Because when I first started, first of all, it's in third person. And
the other one was first person?
Yeah. You can switch back to first person though. They revamped their entire inventory system, their crafting system, the planets. You could fucking build bases and shit now.
Nice.
You can build fucking whole armadas and shit, like fleets. It's way better. It is not a perfect game by any means.
Okay.
But it is way better, and I really applaud Hello Games and Sean Murray for. They released a fucked up product, all right, and they will never get around that.
Yep.
But the fact that they have gone back and really tried to do right by the players, because what most people do if they release a fucked up product and they made millions of dollars, probably millions of dollars.
Yeah, maybe game. Tens of millions, maybe.
Yeah, well, easily tens of millions.
Yeah,
probably hundreds of millions. Because it sold millions of copies.
Yeah.
So.
Well, a lot of people returned that shit too.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't that many. I mean, I can return mine. So, but for them to go back and like really fix the game and to really listen to the community, I think it was a breath of fresh air for the gamer community, and it was a breath of fresh air just for like people in general. Like if you release something fucked up, you don't just turn tail and run. Like fucking fix it.
And this was a free fix, right?
Yeah, all these fixes they did were free, and these are all like incremental.
That's good.
And this one's just been like the latest one, and it's been it's vastly different. It's much improved.
So I should hold out hope for Andromeda Mass Effect now?
No. and Andromeda
was dead.
Everyone from who was left on Andromeda is on Anthem. So if they're gonna do another Mass Effect, it's gonna be from scratch and a whole new team, or like it's just gonna be different.
What'd you think of this one? You played it too, right? No Man's Sky?
Yeah, I tried it for like a couple hours today, and yeah, there's a lot of new tweaks and shit, because it was weird. Like your saved game or my saved game had to be like updated, so to incorporate these new features. So I was like, oh, this is different. And then like there's like a lot of new features and shit. There's shit that I didn't even know you could do. Like when you land on a planet, you can like call in a fucking like rover and you can call in like other ships. Like in the original game, you only got one ship, and what you would have to do is either buy a new ship or trade, and then put your stuff in it. But now you can have like a fleet of ships. You can have
Food of ships?
a fleet of ships.
Yeah.
You can make yourself a food, I guess.
They're both giving and receiving.
Oh, goddamn. But it was weird today because like there's actual multiplayer now compared to them saying there's multiplayer but you can't see each other.
And co-op.
Yeah. With people
Talking my language now.
Yeah, so you can it'll tell you that there's a player on a planet and you can go to where they're at. Like you can go to either their base or to where they're at currently, which was a vast improvement from what they did before.
But in the game, are you still just fucking mining?
You can do whatever you want. You can build like the empire and fucking pillage people across. Like because you can tell where other players are, you can go and try to fuck up their base and steal their shit.
So let me answer your question, I guess, a little simpler. Yes, you have to mine still.
Oh yeah.
But it's to create stuff.
Okay.
And it's more than just like little bullshit. Like you can make an entire base. You can take those materials and trade to build an entire fleet. You can take that money to trade with other players. You know what I mean? But you'll have to mine because there's like to make money in the game. At some point, you have to have materials to make money from.
And you can't steal those from other people.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
You steal from the bases.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can build ships for. You can have ships for exploring and mining. You can have ships for attacking fleets and shit. You can give items to other players. You can start a game with your friends because it gives you the option to either start your own game where other players can join a random person's game, or start a game with your friends. It gives you a lobby, like a mini lobby of I think it's 4 to 5 people, and you all jump into a game. However, like Cronus was saying, there's still issues with the fucking game because I jumped into someone's game today and we were playing and he kicked me out of the game.
What?
And it dropped me in a totally different planet. I guess it was the planet from my like save game, and I had like no resources, so I'm stuck again on a planet where I can't use my fucking ship, and I have like these resources. I can build certain things, but it still can't help me get the fuck off the planet.
So they fixed that. If you have a ship and you're stuck on a planet, you can call your ship from pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, no, I can't. My ship can't take off. It doesn't have fuel to take off.
Okay, so they fixed that too.
Oh shit.
So if
You call it tow truck?
No. So the way, because when the game first came out, I had the same problem. I was stuck on a planet for like hours.
Yeah, I'm stuck on the planet right now.
All right, because you have some certain items that you have to either buy or they're hard to come by on a certain planet. But what they did was they have a portable refiner, so you can refine materials like base materials like carbon. You can make carbon into like condensed carbon, and then you can make like dihydrogen into like dihydrogen drops. And these are all things that you can use for like other items. But before, you had to find them on the planet.
True, and you would be stuck
super hard.
If you did not find them on the planet, you would have to find trading posts, because every planet has trading posts. You had maybe a 30 to 40% chance that trading post would have it, and you could buy it. If not, you have to wait for like their reset.
Damn, that sounds.
Or you would have to buy material to try to like mix and match it, which is fucked up. So I literally found out before I left the cast that I could build this refiner, and I was trying to figure out how to use it, but I had to leave. Well, and I saw that, I really hope that I can build what I need to get the fuck off this planet.
So that's one of the reasons why I started from scratch, because I didn't know like what was new. When you start from scratch, the beginning is way fucking better. It's way more clear cut. It tells you how to use the shit that you have. More than just the refiner. You have the refiner that you can build. You have like a long distance communication device, which comes in handy. You have like a base computer where you can build bases. Which is also how you can make way more money, because you can build like basically these. It's like a glass dome to build resources in and then sell them automatically. So basically, you will make money every hour or every 15 minutes or something like that from your own base.
So this was a change before, because before I built a base, and the only way you could build a base was like designated areas.
And now you can build anywhere.
And now you can build anywhere because of this update, which is cool.
And they changed the way that, because remember before all you had was that miner laser. Now they have the miner laser and a G geolaser. Like basically, you can change the geography of any planet with this fucking laser beam.
But yeah, before, if you wanted to change the geography, you would have to use, you'd have to buy a grenade launcher and then blow shit up with this grenade launcher. Now you have the option, because I guess you can have multiple guns. I haven't quite figured out if you get. So I didn't know how to figure that part out either. At least not yet.
Is there vehicles in the game now?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That walking shit was bullshit.
Yeah. You have to build it though. Build or buy, and you can have like, it's cool because there's multiple fucking vehicles now. I'm like, oh shit. So it looks pretty cool. Also, graphics update.
Yes.
Shit's fucking different. Way better.
I'll give you a caveat though. It looks better, but
does the render.
If you're walking around, it looks better. If you're on your fucking ship, it
looks the same.
I still have the problem with the draw distance and fucked up textures.
Okay.
There's been times before where I've like left the planet and I came back down, and I would see like the screen door effect come in, and then the fucking shit come in, and when I was high up in the atmosphere, I would see these really blurry fucking clouds that were obviously really poorly textured.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to do shit in like kind of real time that's far away, because it's a lot of geometry and a lot of shit that's calculated.
No, it's not. There's a whole bunch of games that fucking do it right.
$60
bunch of games.
$60 game at launch, man.
So even though if you spent the $60 games now it feels more worth it than before.
God of War, there's no draw distance.
Yeah, that's true.
There's not even fucking load screen. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I mean, there's been some improvements. I get it, but there's also some other issues. If there's too much shit going on at once, the game will fucking stall. Man, at least it's happening to me.
This game came out almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, it came out in 2016.
August 9th, 2016.
Yeah, so it is definitely vast improvements to the game. So definitely, Hello Games, thank you for listening and thank you for improving the game. There could be a little bit more tweaks, but you don't have to grind as much as you did before.
They're already talking about, the day they released the game, they were talking about, we already know there's going to be fixes that we need to put in. They're already working on them. So I'm like, yo, you guys are doing right.
Man, we got 16 employees?
Yeah, that's a very small team.
God damn.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people like either left or some shit.
They've always been a small team.
They've always been small? Yeah. So, also those anomaly things are actually useful now. Before it was fucking bullshit. Now they actually give you stuff no matter who you talk to. There's hidden shit. Well, not
do you guys
hidden,
think that there will actually be a full retail release of a sequel, or they're just going to continue to improve this?
No, they're going to release this on... Oh, you said it was already released on the Xbox?
Yeah, it was released when the No Man's Sky Next came out. It's the same day, 24th.
Oh, okay. So they'll probably get some revenue from that, but a sequel, I don't see one anytime soon. Maybe in a year or two.
They haven't talked about it yet. I mean, they've been talking about just like improving the current game, which is good because I mean they made a bunch of fucking money to improve upon the game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like one of those things, where I complain where I'm like, yo, if you're gonna release a game, do give me this day one patch bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't fucking it should already be fixed. But in this one, I think that they got hit with they didn't think that the game was gonna be first of all that big.
Yep.
And then second of all, they lied a little bit.
They did
about the game.
They did. And that's true.
I'm not going to give them an excuse for that.
Yeah.
They lied about it.
Yeah.
But they're fixing it, and I think that's a good direction that they're fixing it. Now we're getting a game that I actually want to play.
Yeah, because I definitely want to build a fleet of ships and shit and like fucking blow shit up.
All right.
So, because if not, I was going to move on to Elite Dangerous because that looks like a much more complete.
Well, I want to move on to fucking Star Citizen, but that game's basically vaporware.
We'll see if that ever fucking another 10 years.
I need you trying out Last of Us when you can.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I need to play that.
It's all bad.
After I move. So, yeah, if y'all didn't know, this will be the very last podcast from this building.
Wow.
So I'm moving on Monday, and thus the Infinity Base will be moving on Monday. And so the next podcast you will see will be in a garage for a couple of weeks, possibly a month to a month and a half.
But it's still gonna be dang.
It will. The new space will be fucking dope, I promise you. But you'll see the garage for a little bit.
Should we round it?
Actually, no. There's something I want to talk about.
Oh, okay.
There's a new comic that came out today.
Okay.
That I think people should pick up.
What you got?
All right. So Trad Moore, who is the artist on Luther Strode, and he's also the artist of the latest Ghost Rider series. He's drawing a new comic called The New World. And first of all, this comic is thick as fuck. Feel that shit.
That is thick.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
I was like, holy shit. Like, it's a big ass fucking comic for like the first one. And it's set in in the near future, where someone launched 5 nukes in America, in North America, and destroyed like 5 major cities. And so America got fucked up. Nobody claimed responsibility, and the fallout was afterwards there was like all these territories. And this is set in the New California territory, which is very large, and it's like the most prosperous territory in the former United States. And it's a story about a woman, I forget her name because I just started the comic. She's on the cover, but she's a badass. She's basically like, it's almost like the Running Man, because they're sort of like cops, but there's a video camera on her, and it's her taking down criminals. And when she takes them down, like, she has to ask the audience, detain. I think it's detain or erase or something like that. And so it's up to them. But she never kills, so she always just detains them. But there's other people. She doesn't listen to the audience. But there's other people that are the other people like her that if they say kill, then they'll kill. And there's one guy in particular that will always kill.
This is Image, right?
Yeah, it's Image, and so it's been pretty dope. And so she ends up meeting up with like a guy who's a hacker, but she doesn't know he's a hacker. And it's been a really cool story so far. It's a really cool alternative, like future history of America. I've been very impressed. Even when I first saw Tradd Moore, I was like, I'm already on board. I didn't give a fuck because Tradd Moore is like, to me, he's probably like
Hickman?
No. As far as artists go, he's tied with the girl that does Saga. What the fuck is her name?
It's
Fiona Staples.
There you go,
Fiona Staples. They're vastly different artists, but they're both fucking amazing. Those are my top 2 artists right now for comic books.
And there's only one issue out.
One issue. It just came out today, so definitely pick it up. It's worth reading. It's fucking long, but it's great.
And thick.
It's mature, so.
Titties.
Yeah. Wasn't it enough that Saga's on kind of a pause right now?
1 year.
It is. In this last issue of Saga, this is, I think it's issue 54? Let me see. Or 52, something like that. It is 54. And they're going to be on a 1-year hiatus after this comic book. The end of this one is, in the middle of this one is fucking sad as shit. And I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to give it away because it just came out today, but it was fucked up. And I hope the next issue next year sometime elaborates on it and it's fixed. So
wait, didn't DPC say that? Because somebody asked the panel if they read comics. Didn't she say she reads Saga?
She loves Saga. Yes.
Aren't we the one that recommended that to her?
So does
I think we did recommend that to her.
So does the other Dominique Tipper.
Yeah, she
reads
does.
Saga.
Yeah, she does. And I'm catching up with. Well, I'll save it for my. Are we gonna round it?
We can round it now.
Yeah.
Old Ninja, what you got?
Not a whole lot. I plan on seeing this new Mission Impossible this weekend.
Fallout.
Yeah, it looks. I watch all of them. I've enjoyed most of them.
Man. They're my guilty pleasure. I'm not even guilty about it. I fucking like the movies.
Yeah, the only one I have to keep defending is Mission Impossible 2 because it was super John Woo and it's like it was just Anyway,
they had dubs in it. It's all good.
Yeah, it does have dubs. Stitch saw Equalizer 2, so I thought about checking that out as well. The Gilroy Garlic Festival is this weekend, so I'm going to that on Sunday, the last day, because they close early that day. I'm going to go out there and probably try some garlic ice cream. If y'all don't know, apparently garlic ice cream is supposed to be fucking amazing.
It is.
They said it was gross.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's good.
I'll find out on Sunday. So, and then Prodigy and I, we've been trying to amp up our Twitch streaming.
Yep.
So we've been doing some Battlefield 1. We posted one up today. We might post up another one in like another hour or so. And that's kind of about it.
Blue, what you got?
Let's see. So Friday, the Sweetness and I we're hanging out with our friends, and we're going to AJSF.
Nice.
So I'm gonna get to see some of your food friends, but no, I'm just joking. But no, we're gonna.
They ain't real fooders, bro. they don't have the vag and the dick.
But no, we're gonna go check that out for a friend's birthday, so that's gonna be kind of interesting. I've always been curious about the show, and she's gone before with her other friends, so
that's a good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check that out. Saturday, shit, what am I doing Saturday? No, Sunday is no shit. The Sweetness and I's her nephew's birthday. He'll be turning 1, so we're doing that. I'm gonna try to. We're gonna go watch The Purge on Saturday. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to the drive-in. We're gonna go old school with it. We're gonna take a big ass. We're gonna pack everybody into my SUV. We're gonna hit up the movie theater down in San Jose.
Millennials don't know what you're talking about.
So there's fucked up. They say that we're millennials. Listen.
Oh, that's weird.
What?
If you were born in the fucking 80s, you're not a goddamn millennial.
No, we're
the fuck outta
generation
here.
like Z or Y or some shit.
Yeah,
we were-
it must be you because we were born in the 70s.
Yeah.
We were adults when the new year 2000 rolled around.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we grew up before the internet.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
cannot be millennials.
Yeah.
But something else I was going to say is that I want to get a poll. This weekend we have 2 big movies coming out. We have Mission Impossible and we have Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Oh my god.
Which one you think will be the bigger blockbuster?
Oh, Mission
For
Impossible
weekend
for sure.
opener.
Mission Impossible.
That's what he says.
That's
But then also, one more thing. At San Diego Comic-Con, Prodigy and I got the chance to watch The Death of Superman, which was fucking good. It comes out next Tuesday on Blu-ray.
Oh, already? Oh,
Yeah, it was really good, and it's way better than Superman Doomsday.
Yep.
Because that was the previous one.
I really like fucking Superman Doomsday. It's actually really
Oh
good.
man, this one's really. There's cursing. There's fucking heads exploding.
They've been
there's
doing
blood.
that. They've been doing that a lot. Well, we saw Judas Contract. They cussed in that, and then the other one before that they
But
did.
motherfuckers, and there's fight scenes with the superheroes getting their ass fucking handed to them, and it's ripped from the comics. The last one was loosely based off the comic. This one's like really based off the comic, and that's about it.
What you got, Kronos?
All right, like I said, I'm moving. Not looking forward to actually moving, but looking forward to like getting into a new house that
Yes.
I own. So that'll be cool. That's gonna consume everything for the next week. So that's it.
Gotcha. I am catching up on The Expanse season 3 and absolutely
How the
fucking
fuck
loving
are
it.
you behind?
Yeah, I fell behind with all the other stuff. It's been absolutely amazing. I'm probably about 5 episodes from finishing The Expanse. I never should have fallen off of that shit.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, and I finished off Legion season 2, which was another amazing one. Very controversial ending. We got to talk about it whenever y'all catch up on that
Catch
one.
up, yeah.
We're gonna have some words for that. Me and Blue Friday. We supposed to go with my kids' whole well, never mind.
I'm an Asian SF.
With my family, we're gonna go see Teen Titans Go to the Movies on Friday. Attack on Titan season 3 we did not discuss.
No, we didn't.
Next week.
But
no,
it dropped.
The episode came out, and I'm liking it so far. The one last anime, Overlord, is epic. If you like MMO stuff and you like great waifus, like I know you do, check out Overlord. Take us on now.
All right, you can check us out on Twitter where we're mostly very active at BThanBTI. That's BTHANBTI. Facebook, Player FM, Stitcher, SoundCloud. Look for us, BThanBTI. Check out our Instagram with all the great Comic-Con pictures from Prodigy and Blue. Check out our official website, binheadproductions.com/BThanBTI. Apple Podcasts. Go on there, rate us, leave a comment. We didn't go through comments today, but we'll do it eventually. Just check us out of there. And then on Amazon, we have our app on there. Download, check it out.
Ski ski.
Yeah.
Shout out to Emma.
Amy?